No! God, please, no! No! No!
Take it back to the roots.
It's good, dude. I like Tacoma FD. I fucking die laughing. Dude.
Still no comments.
What? Oh, it didn't pop up with the
I
restream
don't
thing?
know why they're not there.
What'd you do?
I don't know what I did. I don't know what
What
I
has
did.
changed?
Oh,
Show
wait.
me.
Launch.
What?
It's a button click away.
Did it come?
Okay. Embed chat. Copy. All right, we're going to copy that.
We'll be there. We'll get there.
All right, now I've
One
copied
of
it.
these days.
Well, I don't
We'll
understand
have a
why this
smooth
keeps
start.
changing.
We'll have a smooth start.
You guys give me a second here on the live
You
stream
have all the
on
seconds.
the podcast. Do what you're doing. We're gonna go black for a minute.
I don't have a second to waste.
Properties.
Gonna go. Robert Downey Jr. fucking Tropic Thunder.
Tropic
Dude.
Thunder, full Tropic Thunder. You never go. No.
There we go. And there we go. I don't know why that was so hard
Did you get it?
to do. Like
Proper.
Yep. See him.
every week it goes away though.
Why can
And
you,
like yesterday we did the Armchair Water Boys podcast. There's no on-screen comments.
There's not.
No.
I was commenting on that motherfucker. No wonder you weren't talking to me.
We can see the comments.
You thought,
Yeah.
you thought he was just being an asshole.
Yeah, I'm like, wow,
Oh,
dude.
he was. You could
What a
see
bunch
it.
of dickheads.
I was, dude. I was in here like, fuck
I'm like,
Tyler.
wow, dude, what a bunch of dickheads.
I know. Dustin, to be fair, couldn't see a whole lot.
Dustin is the only one that liked or whatever on my comment. Dude.
Did you see that I finally got a satellite
Zoom call?
stream to
Yeah,
work?
I saw that.
I used Skype and podcasted yesterday with a man that was sitting physically in Spartanburg, South Carolina.
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah. So
That's
and
exciting.
now the only thing we got to fix there is audio quality. That's going to be on Dustin's end. He used his computer audio, I imagine. I'm like, at least put some headphones in, dude.
Yeah.
So
They got a little mic, it'd be a little better. But he's got a nice little home setup that
I have a
when
podcast
he's
mic
playing
at home.
hooky to podcast, he'll be using.
And where was he? Where was he located when you got?
He
there?
lives in like Greenville or Spartanburg, South Carolina,
South
somewhere in that
Carolina.
area.
South Carolina.
So
Somewhere
Yeah,
over there.
so like a minimum of 8 hours away. So yeah, geographically. he's
yeah, it
4
doesn't make
hours,
sense to
miles
drive up
away.
twice a week to do our podcast. It doesn't pay anything.
Well, he's not dedicated if he's not, I guess.
Yeah, dude.
Really? As dedicated as the guy who missed the last one he was scheduled for?
Oh.
Now, to be fair, I had a partial.
I wanna go on record too by saying that just in case you decided to fuck around tonight, look at that. He's ready. He was
God.
ready.
Well, if
All
my
right.
stand-in is the most interesting
So
man in the world.
so he was ready to go and he's still there. He's hanging out. He's just chilling. He's gonna overwatch. He's gonna oversee everything.
yeah, now I
but
feel like he's kind of staring through me.
he should stare through you.
Yeah,
He's
definitely
angry.
Judgment.
He's angry.
Why is the sombrero all
you
fucked up?
you ruined his night off.
Yeah, he's angry.
The sombrero's fucked up.
I mean, like his strings like hanging across his face, dude. He just doesn't look interesting right now.
Nah,
I would argue
looks
that
like-
he does.
He looks like the most
I'm
disheveled.
intrigued. So yeah,
I would
is it
argue
how
that
it
he.
has to be on there.
He looks disheveled,
It
dude.
does. Look
Let's be real. I shoved a sombrero onto
A
the
flat
top
piece-
of a
A
cardboard
flat piece of
standee.
cardboard.
And I did the best I could. But
Has
you're
it always
you're
been
right.
like
No. From other angles, it definitely looks better.
What's up, Joe? And what's up, Pure Country Nissan Titan?
Pure Country. Oh, he's commenting from the Pure Country Nissan Titan page. Now everyone's gonna know we're associated with the fastest Nissan Titan this side of the county.
This side of the county, yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's I think he's in the multiple counties, dude. The fastest.
You mean to tell me it's more than just this side of the county?
I think so. I think it's in multiple counties.
God damn it!
multiple.
I think so.
The Tri-County potentially.
Dry County, probably.
Holy shit!
Tri-
Jennings and Decatur, look the fuck out.
Dry County. Yeah, I think those are the two other counties, actually.
Look the fuck out, Jennings and Decatur counties.
Boys, I ate one of my favorite dinners ever tonight, and I'm so fucking full.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Hamburger Helper, dude. Double macaroni and cheese. It's my favorite. It's
From
one
the
of my-
box?
Yeah.
Why is it
It's
so
one of my-
good?
It's one of my favorite things to eat.
It's
Dude.
hard to beat.
I don't know why it's so good. It's just it's
Tyler,
one of my,
me being the amateur sous chef that I know you to be.
Yeah,
I thought
dude.
you were gonna be like, well, no, not from the box.
Oh no, I've made it. Like I've tried to like replicate it. You can't,
gonna
dude.
do it.
You cannot
You're gonna do
replicate
it.
the shittiness.
No. It's that aluminum foil bag.
The the
put
delicious
the
shittiness of
seasoning
the
in.
of the food, dude. You can't. It's something that
It's the mac and cheese.
yeah.
Yeah, I can't do the stroganoff. That's about the only one that I don't fuck with.
Yep, and I don't fuck with any of the Italian ones, dude. They're like
Didn't even know they
they're-
existed.
Yeah, they don't they don't
okay,
exist.
fair.
They're like sweet. They're like sweet tasting. It's fucked up, dude. It's not good.
Like,
And the taco one, I always add my own corn chips because the corn chips that come with it's like cardboard. But
yeah, fair.
yeah, dude, the double cheeseburger macaroni is it's one of my favorite things to eat.
I think it's just the YouTube logo that does that now on the chat where it's like platform.
What do you mean?
You see how the comments are hard to read
Oh, I
because
see that
the
platform
big word that
randomly
says platform.
sublimated over top of that.
I think Joe's probably watching on YouTube or maybe it's, I don't know, man. Ever since this internet out here got kind of crazy,
Is
Like-
it still fucked up?
I think it's better now. I'm on the OG internet that I used to be on. We're back on the OG internet that we were on.
Yeah.
No, nothing ever got noticed. Like the streams all went off without a hitch, with the exception of this chat thing that popped up and started happening when the internet went south.
Did we switch anything else?
We didn't switch anything else. We didn't do anything. We remained the same.
We did.
Yeah, we did.
All right.
We did.
I didn't know what changed. I thought maybe we did.
I
Something
don't know if something happened with the internet, with the account for the building. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that we're back.
Yeah.
We're here in the
They're
building.
finally off of the dark web.
Those probably won't reach very well. You don't have to wear them if you don't want to.
They're actually not bad.
Okay, well, as long as you're comfortable.
Well, I realized.
Tyler's won't reach his.
Yeah,
head.
mine are. I have to like lean forward. Take
really-
out my fourth rib or whatever.
Fair.
Yeah. So
you
the
think-
good news is it hasn't affected the conversation too adversely.
No, I kept looking at you and then looking at Tyler and thinking.
Well, I have to have the minute
you
because I
look-
have to make sure everything's running
That
smoothly.
you look way
I'm,
cooler.
I'm the guy that can
I got
fix
self conscious.
it. Oh yeah, you're there.
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
absolutely there.
Now I could tell. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I was
you
a
look
little
way
soft, though.
cooler with
That
the
microphone
headphones
was almost $500. You better fucking be
on.
there.
way cooler, dude.
If not, I've got a problem with the company.
I feel kind
absolutely.
of naked.
I just don't want to be that guy where you have to tell me like 4 times.
Joe was on Facebook.
Joe's on Facebook, so yeah, I don't know what's going on with that
Maybe
shit.
we got Zuck, dude.
We might have gotten zucked.
You're obviously not.
I want to
on
see
the
something
platform.
too because when I tried to, I
Yeah,
set up
it's not
Facebook,
showing me that.
when
It's
I
got to
set,
be restreamed, dude, because I'm not seeing it on here.
wait, when you watch like the stream,
It ain't showing nothing. It's not showing. Yeah, it's not showing. Oh wait. Yeah, I'm seeing platform all
Yeah.
over it.
yeah,
Huh.
but like
What the fuck is that?
I don't know,
Yeah, dude, I don't know. Something's
Strange
hokey.
thing.
something's messed up.
Shit.
Oh well, it's okay.
Life will continue.
Life will continue.
Motherfucker.
Comments be a
There we
little
go.
difficult to read on the screen for a minute. It usually goes away.
Platform
But
thing does?
yeah, it does it. It's been doing it like the first few comments the last couple weeks, and then now it's just like continuing to do it.
I don't have a very good vantage point.
It
of
just
that-
it
of the
honestly it
board
makes
now.
me want to throw a bowling ball right through that TV.
That TV's been with us from the beginning, dude.
From the beginning, dude.
From the beginning.
Absolutely from the beginning. And it's funny because when we did our first episode, we didn't have it. And I was like, there's no way for you guys to see what's going on. And we were like on a fucking 35-second delay,
Yep.
or probably more than that. And you guys were like watching the stream on your phone, and like a minute later, you'd be like, "Yep, there's that little dog we were talking
Yeah,
about."
Yeah.
I'm like, that part is over now.
Yeah, because you were like showing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come a long way, dude.
Started from
we
the
can
bottom.
come a long way.
Started from the bottom. Now we're here.
Just a little above the bottom.
Yeah.
But we're higher than we were, dude.
I'm blessed since appearance 1. I don't know how many deep I am now, but
This is, I think, your third time.
Yeah, dude.
I can't recall because I
I
know.
mean, it was supposed to be your fourth.
I
but-
think this is my. I think you're right. I think this is my 3rd time solo, but I did one where I brought an Ethan.
Oh,
Grant.
you brought Ethan. By the
Yeah.
way, I'm giving you his hoodie tonight.
So I do think
That his hoodie's going home with you
it's
tonight.
still here right now.
Fuck yeah, it's right behind me.
Yeah, you remember when you
Is
brought
that it?
This belongs to Ethan.
What size is that fucking thing? I'll
I
wear it.
don't know.
Oh, that's a nice
remember
color
when you
too.
brought
That's Ethan's
that, dude?
hoodie.
Remember when you brought that?
Oh, the Coromino? Yeah. You have no idea. I stopped and got the cork because I don't know what it is about this podcast, but it drives the fancy beer out in me. And I know that a Coors Yellow Jacket's not necessarily fancy to most folks.
Hey, dude,
but
banquet beer, man.
banquet beer, man.
Banquet
That's
beer.
it. Yeah.
I'll drink some banquet
Yeah.
beer.
Sit
Adolf,
right-
Adolf had it figured out.
Yeah.
Sitting right here on the podcast.
Coors, Adolf Coors.
Adolf Coors.
I want you to
Coors.
know, I just had somebody reach out to me, a bit of a local celebrity, reach out to
Like
me
just now, right now?
about being on the podcast.
Just right now?
Just right now as we speak,
Who?
sit here.
Drop it.
I'm not doing it.
Oh, will you tell me afterwards?
Yes.
Okay. That's all I can really.
Yeah,
That's all I can really
I
ask.
was
don't-
really waiting on you to say no.
We don't keep secrets from each other,
That's all I
Tyler.
can really ask for.
We only keep secrets from
Everyone else.
them people.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Is he looking at the side? Dude, that hoodie's his now, dude.
Yeah, no, this is mine.
All right. Well, it's totally Ethan's. I think he was
there it
here.
is up top.
God, it's probably been.
Oh yeah, tall XL. Not me. I'm not tall, but I can. Get
That's
that
probably
well.
been a year
That's
ago.
They
oh,
make a-
longer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I bet that was easily 22.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
It
haven't
was-
been
it was
out
like-
here for a year.
No, we have.
Oh, have to.
It's been just over a year.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
well,
just
then
got it
maybe-
on my Facebook memories the other day.
It was probably about a year ago, right? Because it was cold when you guys came on.
Yeah. So I came on by myself solo first time.
Yeah.
And I don't even recall the time frame. It's been a whirlwind. And then I brought Ethan like a month later with me.
Right.
And
Yeah, because you were supposed to bring the counselor.
yeah, I
The
was
first
supposed to
time.
bring councilman and
The councilman, yeah.
The counselor.
and and other. Well, he's not a councilman anymore.
No.
You know, that's
No.
all done. So,
I was stoked about that, though.
yeah, he got cold feet.
Yeah.
He got cold feet, public eye, and what have you. I guess.
I don't know how public we're talking about. What's up, Ryan Christie? Ryan Christie's trying to get on the podcast, too.
Yeah, who's that? I know Ryan Christie. Isn't he like in the Air Force?
I don't know that I know Ryan Christie.
Hi, Ryan.
Hi, Ryan.
I think I know Ryan, dude.
If I do, I look like a giant dick now.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
think I know Ryan. If it's Air Force, right? Dude, I know a lot of people, and for some fucking reason, I know a lot of people with the same goddamn name. like literally the same fucking name, right?
All right.
Dude,
I got
speaking of same
I
name,
do
I
have
got to
to-
do this because I haven't done it yet. It's driving me insane.
What?
Our guest in studio tonight
Oh, yeah.
is a man who hunts for fowl. And I don't, still to this day, after 3 episodes of being here, don't know what that means. But it
Huh?
sounds awesome.
We don't need to get down that rabbit hole though.
he hunts foul, dude. And turkey. He hunts the
You
fuck
know
out of
how-
some turkey, dude.
Foul.
Turkey's a foul?
Foul.
I didn't know a turkey was a foul, dude.
Game bird hunted by definition for its meat.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brant
Okay.
Miracle.
There we go.
What's up, Brant?
Yeah,
made it.
I didn't know that, but yeah, that makes a lot of sense,
It
right?
does,
I didn't
yeah.
know. I never knew what differentiated. That's why chicken's
Yeah.
not a foul, right?
Yeah. Well,
I guess it could be in like Hawaii or some shit.
could have been not so much anymore domesticated, but
Yeah.
so everybody always hears fowl and they say, okay, flightless bird, but that's not the case.
I mean, I always say, like, when I think
literally-
fowl, I always thought
might
goose
be
duck.
I might be talking out of my ass, but I'm pretty sure that the definition of a fowl is a
Wait,
game
you don't
bird
even know?
hunted for its meat. Well,
Here,
you
let's
second
look
guess
it up.
yourself when you're on a public
No,
platform.
let's look it up.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
The other
Tyler,
day,
pull that shit up.
we were talking about the NCAA tournament, and I had made a comment about Steve Alford coaching at New Mexico,
Yeah,
and which is completely false. He coaches at Nevada,
Nevada.
and I had
Didn't help me
we
at
had to
all.
go back, and I just had to eat that mistake. Like,
Dude, the New Mexico Nevada thing though, I'd have rolled right with you.
Well,
because
see,
I
he
knew
coached
it
at
was
New
one of
Mexico
the
before.
He
ends.
says
coached New Mexico
was at
before.
New Mexico.
Right.
That's fair. Okay.
Right.
It felt natural when you said
are
it.
birds belonging to one of two biological orders, namely the game fowl or land fowl, which is galliforms, and the waterfowl, which is I can't say this shit. I ain't Neil deGrasse Tyson. But whatever.
Give me family order chordata.
Atomical and molecular similarities suggest these two groups are close evolutionary relatives.
Yeah.
That didn't help me at all, dude. So
very
basically
scientific with it.
Dude, look at this. Look at this fucking Australian brush turkey, dude. You need to hunt that motherfucker.
Yeah, dude, they're tiny.
Really?
I know. Yeah, I know a guy that's got one mounted.
What?
So yeah, it
A
looks just
molecular
like,
cock.
It looks,
no, clock. Not cock. I thought it said molecular cock. I'm like, wow.
You know
dude.
what's awesome?
I don't think it
As
takes
a-
Neil deGrasse Tyson to
Shut up.
differentiate between clock and cock. I don't know.
Shut up, dude.
So, as an amateur ornithologist myself, that's what I consider myself as a fowl hunter
Okay.
because I have an appreciation from the bird.
A chicken is a fowl, dude.
A chicken is a fowl.
It's
for
a,
sure.
a fowl are
It's a
freak.
meat. It's a meat bird.
Yeah, fowl are frequently kept for both meat and eggs. So basically,
Yeah.
if you keep a bird for meat and eggs, it's
For,
a fowl.
for resource, right?
Yeah.
As in nourishment.
Other fowl, ducks, geese, turkeys.
We're
Peafowl.
learning so much on the
Peafowl.
podcast.
Yeah.
We've only been here 15 minutes and we're learning.
We're learning things.
Wait, guinea fowl
We're
and
learning
peafowl are
things.
rarely eaten in the West. So like people eat
It's a
fucking
guinea fowl.
a guinea fowl. You ever seen one of them things?
Dude, the fucking alarm birds. that
Dude,
farmers
alarm
put
birds.
around?
Yep.
Yeah. Horrible little animals. They
Yeah.
don't get eaten. I imagine there's
No, it's not in the West.
Which West though?
Like we're
globally or Western United States?
No, like West. Like I think we're the West
Yeah,
globally.
we are the West. No, we don't eat guinea fowl here.
And
Awesome.
peacocks, right?
Peacock, turkey.
That's what it is. So it's like that.
Same family, same species.
Really,
They say-
dude?
Peacock's a turkey. Yeah.
I see. I'd picture it like a giant pheasant or something like that.
For sure. Now,
They're beautiful.
Yeah. dude.
peacocks, gorgeous. But they do the
Peacock's gotta
same
fly.
thing. Like, think about a peacock with his fan all the way out. It's the same thing a turkey does in these struts.
Oh, big, yeah.
Right?
Sure.
Their stands a beard, but I
He
think
has a way bigger fan, dude.
huge.
You think he like shows off the turkeys like, hey, mine's bigger?
Yeah, 100%.
Probably. I would.
Well, there's
Yeah, if
been
I was a peacock, I'd be like, hey, bitch, where's that little fan at?
Right.
there's been instances in the country, and I don't know if they can crossbreed like horse mule or horse donkey one time or whatever.
Gobble,
but-
gobble, gobble. It's not the size, it's how you use it.
Yeah.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Gobble, gobble, dude.
Exactly.
Dude, could you imagine him crossbreeding like
Oh, it'd be a gorgeous bird.
like a bronze peacock?
There is a bird
A
called the
turcock?
ocellated turkey, which is found in the Yucatan.
Oh
It
yeah,
doesn't have a beard. It looks very similar to our.
I'd like to go on record saying I thought
bird.
turcock was hysterical.
turcock's pretty good,
I,
dude.
I thought it was really good too. I
Turcockin.
was sad I was.
That sounds like I'm gonna give someone. I'm gonna give you a right old turcockin. That sounds like something an Irishman would say. Patrick,
Well,
he'd
it
be
says, watch out when you walk in the house, you'll trip on the
turcockin, the fucking turcockin. Oh Jesus, dude.
Fucking
Yeah, I think I've seen a picture of that though.
Ocellated bird doesn't have a beard. Huge, beautiful plumage, but it looks like an eastern subspecies turkey from this region got with a peacock, and somehow or another that got
It might have, dude.
flown down to the Yucatan, and that's
Might
where they're
have.
at. If you look into like Mayan culture and stuff,
Yeah.
all of their headdress wear, anything they used that was considered to be of a high status, ocellated turkey. That is what they were covered in.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
Crazy.
Amateur ornithologist, though. I got to finish that. I consider myself an amateur ornithologist because I find birds just
What's an
insanely-
ornithologist? A bird liker? A bird guy?
Yeah, it's a person who
A
studies
bird
the-
liker.
A bird liker.
Bird- yes.
Oh god. Neil deGrasse Tyson, my friends.
Right.
If you get into looking at, at like the at the
I gotta get another view.
I'm sorry.
Bird liker. All right. Okay. Dude, let's just finish this. What's up?
I'm not sure I can.
You like birds? What is it?
No, as an amateur bird liker,
Yeah. Okay. That's
blue-footed booby, the
Yeah.
red-breasted tit.
Yeah. There's a lot of tits, dude.
The thousands of cocks in the fucking
Sure.
the bird world.
Sure.
Yeah, and
Hey,
that's
hey, you go to Kroger and you go down the.
how are you not a bird liker?
I like birds, dude.
if you're not you necessarily, but anybody with names like
birds
that.
are majestic, dude.
Absolutely.
No, like if you go to Kroger and go down like the. What is it like the Oriental food aisle? Like the
stop it.
yeah, no. Like, look, you can go down there, and I send it to my friends every time I go down the aisle. There's a soup packet. It's called cock flavored soup. It's just got a chicken on it. I'm like, dude, found your dinner.
Dude, that's why that's just literally why I'm fat.
Yeah, dude, fucking cock flavored soup. Could they have just said like chicken soup, dude? Like did they have to do that? It's like the cock flavored soup right next to the spotted dick in a can. Woo!
What is wrong with you?
Who did it?
Kroger wilding out with this one.
Well, that's one of those things where you got to walk up front and really just find, hey, who's the manager on shift? I want to shake their hand because there's
Right.
no way they haven't walked past it and just
Right.
allowed that. to
Yeah, dude.
continue.
You
Sure.
know for a fact they have seen this.
Yeah.
And also who's in here buying cock flavored soup.
They allow kids down that aisle.
It's not me.
Yeah.
It's not me.
Jesus. I mean,
Jesus, dude.
I don't know why I feel this way, but I feel like next week we got to try it.
Cock
Yeah.
flavored soup. Yeah.
Well,
dude.
this is Mind Snacks, right?
Yeah.
Food for thought.
Yeah.
Combined with.
Y'all be making some cock soup next week. Fuck.
The mental image of you making some cock soup.
Just puts hot dog in a soup packet. And
Who
there
can we
go,
have
boy.
on to confirm the flavor?
Miranda.
I was about to do the same thing, but
She'd be good, dude.
I reeled that right back.
He's with
in.
Patrick. We get him on here too. His radio voice. He could be the announcer.
Yeah, right.
He could be
You got
the
a good one.
judge.
He's got a good one. Good radio voice.
Dude, Patrick's radio
Yeah,
voice
Patrick
is
does have a
phenomenal.
radio voice.
It's
I envy
phenomenal.
He has the radio voice I think I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that you don't have because yours ends with a nice.
Yeah, but Patrick, God,
He's got a
Everything's
voice for the radio
he's got
and
the
a face
voice
for
of
the
it.
radio.
He's got a
Oh, he's a pretty fella too.
no,
Fa-
You
face
said he
for
was
the radio.
Irish, so
yeah,
I'm not-
face
I
for
don't
the
know.
radio, dude. He's got a face for the radio.
Oh, I'm thinking podcast. We're talking 2000s, 90s.
yeah.
We're talking 90s still.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, dude. Yeah, we're taking
That's
we're taking a
think
step
Casey
back.
Kasem.
Okay, yeah.
That's Patrick McGuire. That's the voice I
well,
think
that's
I
why I was calling
have.
it out. You guys told me it was Irish.
The voice Patrick actually
Dude,
has,
my
and
favorite-
Casey Kasem was ugly as fuck.
What? Dude, my favorite
Hello.
thing. Have
Yeah,
You,
oh my God.
have you been to Patrick's house,
welcome.
Shambi?
What?
Have you been to Patrick's house?
I have never.
Dude, next time, if you ever go there, like hanging by his bathroom in the hallway, it's a picture, right, of him and his brothers. And like one of his brothers is like completely bald and like, I don't remember what the other one looks like exactly, but it's them. And they're like in Ireland. They all took a trip or some shit
Yeah.
and have a picture of like with them in some old castle ruins or something.
Yeah.
And it looks like the fucking cover of a Linkin Park album. I'm not even fucking kidding.
It's dreary.
So-
I'm not, yeah, it is, dude.
Super
It is,
dreary.
dude. It is. I'm like,
Keldon's like normal here. I see signs all the time. People selling roosters here saying biggest cocks in the Philippines for sale.
dude, when I don't know what we were on a cruise somewhere and we got in one of the fucking little taxi vans, dude, and it was called like the Fighting Cock, and he had
Yeah.
a giant rooster painted on the hood, but like it literally said Fighting Cock across the fucking windshield.
Phenomenal.
I'm like, bro, where are you taking us?
Rooster on the hood with razor blades tied to
Yeah,
its
dude,
legs.
where are you taking us?
You
dude?
get inside, there's 4 live roosters
in the back. He's
there.
like,
Sure.
I feed him nothing but cocaine
yeah,
and
he's
chicken.
like, you don't understand.
You don't know
I just
why, but
shot
they
these
can talk.
motherfuckers up.
Oh my God.
That's
Fucking
phenomenal.
A, boys.
That's phenomenal.
Needed this. Needed this. We're
shit.
20 minutes in and I haven't stopped laughing.
That's good.
Fucking A, man. It's
good to-
Biker, goddamn it.
It's good to be back.
I wanted to introduce the idea of a serious discussion with you guys.
Let's do this.
I thought about this because you guys are obviously 2 men that I respect
I got
the
something
shit
serious.
out
I
of.
got something serious for you,
Ditto.
dude.
Appreciate that. Is it cock soup?
No, it's deep. It's deep stuff.
Well, see, I got a kind of a deep one too.
Okay.
So we may just this whole thing maybe hashtag deep.
Okay, mine's real deep, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Deeper and deeper.
Think about this. At one point, you were the youngest person on Earth for like a split fraction of a
Like a
second.
millisecond.
Yeah, at
I
one
bet it's
point,
even less, right?
at one point in your life, you were the youngest person on Earth. Think about that.
There's a lot of things like that to think about that are just fucking
Yeah.
wild. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, dude.
I couldn't get in. I couldn't get down that. rabbit hole.
Absolutely. I mean,
That is wild.
Yeah.
To think about. I
Just
don't.
think
Even,
about-
I can't.
at-
I'm too
at
much
some-
of a.
at
I'm too
s-
much of an obsessive mind.
Yeah. At some point, you were the youngest person on Earth, right? Whether it be for whatever, a 1/1,000,000th of a second or whatever.
Right.
I can't because I emulate. Like Netflix does a documentary series called Turning Point. It's kind of like 30 for 30 for historical events, and they just released a new one called I don't know what it's called, but it's about the Cold War. But Turning Point is the title of this, and not like I told you once. Turning Point, like, turning points in history.
I done
yeah.
told you once.
Yeah.
no, we can't do that. We can't. No.
I done
No.
told you once.
No, the laugh. Come on, damn it.
Oh, shit.
Here comes the cancellation.
But it was very.
Here we
it was-
go.
But it was deep. It was deep into the Cold War events, and I find myself the entire time watching that, just mouth open, probably
Yeah.
heavy breathing, and all I'm doing is visualizing having to live through that time, right?
Right.
Oh, man, dude.
So,
So I
you,
can't think about being the youngest person on earth. That fucks me up.
you got me thinking.
You're like, ooh.
Have you ever like sat and thought about a lot of those high thoughts that people share?
Yeah.
Like is there another word for synonym?
Is-
Is there another word for synonym?
A synonym for synonym.
Right.
not one.
That-
Not one word. Is there? Is there? Is there a
There's-
synonym for synonym?
That's what I'm asking.
There probably is. Dude. Look,
Is there-
synonym. You know what I mean?
Dude, if it pulls up a different
Get
language,
the
it's
thesaurus
bullshit.
out. Is that what it's called when you look up
Yeah, no,
Yes.
you nailed it.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
See, there we go. I knew
The thesaurus, the book of synonyms.
the thesaurus.
Have you
We'll
seen
come
those-
back to that one.
Have you seen those journals? High thought journals.
No.
It's like you open this thing when you're high,
Right.
and
You
it's
just
just
write
nothing
stuff
but
down, dude?
there's areas to write, areas to draw, areas that just 3 or 4 pages asking you questions to invoke those thoughts.
Ask. You're just like, wow, dude. Next thing you know, you wrote a
Boy,
novel.
if we didn't live in Indiana, that would be a podcast episode. It's like everybody
Oh,
get
yeah.
your journal out.
This one actually fucks with me. If you were born deaf, what language would you think in? Like, what would your
I would think in those subtitles that just say sex noises because I wouldn't know what that sounded like. I would be like, it's like that moment you realize farts make noise. You're just like, you just been letting them go your whole life. You'd have been letting them go your whole life, and then you're watching TV and it just says
What's the
fart
first-
noises, and you're like, what? Fart noises. Fuck. Yeah, you just don't know the whole time, right?
Here's one.
They make noise.
While you wait for the waiter, in that moment,
You're the waiter.
are you the waiter?
Yeah, I think so. Why do they call it a waiter?
Waiting service.
Waiting
right?
is synonymous with for our thesaurus. Waiting is synonymous with service.
serve.
I'm waiting on you. I'm serving you. Those are those terms.
I
are
think so. It'd be
synonymous.
different. It'd be a different kind of. That's the English language.
It's a different kind of waiting.
That's the English
Right.
language.
I
Like
believe that's a homonym.
like
Which
tear and
honestly,
tear.
as that is a homonym, I think you're correct there. That could really change rebranding and renaming. That could really change the industry in Taiwan,
Yeah.
the service industry.
Really?
If you started to call that the waiting,
What's in Taiwan?
You lost us?
It's over my head, dude. I don't know what's
God
about
damn it.
Taiwan.
I think I did. Yeah. Well, it's most of those Indonesia. I guess it'd be Western Indian, Western Asian countries where people often come back from those countries on vacation when they've gone by themselves,
Right.
and they come back with a bride.
STD.
Same. But that's how they hook you. But with a bride, and that's the service industry. And when I think service, my mind doesn't think about food.
Oh, there you go. There we go. Yeah. The old service industry. Yeah. You're thinking like Monica Lewinsky kind of service.
But if it was just the waiting industry, people would think it was boring.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. They're just like, I ain't going to go do that.
Yeah, I'm not going over
Right.
there to wait for shit.
Why'd I go there and wait for anything?
I'm not doing that.
Keldon says, "What if you were had a shitty life and then got in an accident that causes you to be in a coma for 10 years? During that time, you're living your best life. Then, boom, doctors are able to pull you out of it. How pissed would you be?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Put me back in."
I don't know. Would you like? Are you just are you assuming you dream? You only dream when you're in REM sleep, right? Are you in REM sleep when you're in a coma?
I don't know.
Like you would probably for you it'd feel like 30 seconds probably.
REM is random or rapid.
Rapid eye
movement.
movement.
Rapid eye movement, right?
Yeah.
So you're only you only dream in REM sleep.
right.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. So when you're in a coma, your eyes aren't moving around, right?
Do you have the sniffles too?
Touch.
Oh God.
Dude, my allergies are whooping my. I just started
Yeah.
taking my pill again yesterday, and it takes like a couple days for it to take full effect. Like my whole fucking face itched yesterday, dude. Today it's a little better, but
'Tis the season to be snotty.
fucking me to
Oh,
death.
that's good. I've not heard that in that cadence. That's very good. I am reaping the benefits of being a mid-30s individual who never had a sinus or an allergy one
I never did, dude, till I hit
until
30.
a year, 2, 3 ago now. So,
Yeah.
and I've denied it. I've been to deny it.
I never had an allergy anything until I turned 30.
Yeah, me too.
exactly when I turned
Yeah, that's,
30.
I'm 33 years old, and I've been denying it for at least.
And for a
couple years.
while, when
Yeah.
I first turned 30, when I
Is that a
drank,
thing?
when I drank,
when
my
I turned
glands
30,
would
that's
swell.
when mine kicked in.
But you denied it though. Did
No.
you?
Oh
Well,
yeah, absolutely.
Did you
I didn't
immediately
deny it. I
recognize,
went to the
"Ooh,
doctor and I
fuck,
said,
have allergies
and
now."
my face itches. And he goes, here's some strong ass pills. And I said, okay.
So I was
thanks,
pissed
man.
because when I would drink, my glands would swell when I turned 30. Like I was
Yeah.
starting to notice swollen glands every time I would drink, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I fucking really like drinking. Like this is going to be inconvenient
It's the best.
if something's wrong.
Yeah.
This is going to suck, dude.
Well,
But
that's unfortunate. Getting old's unfortunate. It's a good fucking time.
getting
My
old is
doctor already
not
told me-
unfortunate.
It's a good fucking time. That's where I was headed. It's a great time to get old. It really is.
My doctor literally told me, like, I was telling him something, like, because, like, I was walking upstairs, dude, and, like, my knee fucking was killing me, right? Like, I'm like, I don't know if I tore something or whatever. And he's like, honestly, it's probably just getting old. And I'm like, I'm 30. He's like, yep, when I was 30, I was doing something and heard a pop, and I've never been the same since. And I'm like, what? I'm like, dude, I'm 30. I'm like, he's like, it's okay, though. If you did tear something, it's not like it gets worse, right? They can still fix it no matter how long it goes on. If it's like a torn hibiscus or whatever.
Fuck. Hibiscus, yeah. Dude, I tore a flower in my leg once as well.
What's wrong with you?
Fucking old torn hibiscus. or
Oh
whatever it is.
God. Here's a crazy one. Now this is fucked up. We got to talk about this.
What's the deep thing you were going to tell us?
Do you guys know that
Muffin
there
Man?
is now a regularly available to everyone way for a person to transfer data from their brain to another person's brain?
What?
Is this Neuralink?
It's regularly available to everybody.
How?
You can literally
Regularly.
transfer data from your brain to someone else's
How?
brain.
Like
Mutual.
Just fucking talk to them.
Oh,
That's
Jesus.
fucking stupid, dude. I thought Japan has a way to record your dreams. You seen that?
I would love to see that.
I would not, dude. Does everyone fight fucking alligators and swimming pools full of spaghetti, or is it
well,
just me?
I mean,
Oh, dude. It's not that specific, but
I
it's
mean,
close.
I would
Yeah,
love.
dude.
Listen, all I'm saying is that marshmallow pit that I've been in 6 or 8 good times
Yeah.
has been a fucking blast, and I'd like to go back and find out who the fuck Steve is because it doesn't look like any Steve I know.
Yeah, dude.
Was it Irwin?
Yeah, dude. He's
I
like,
hope.
I
fuck,
hope
it's
so.
Like,
got
I
there's
hope.
a Nutella stingray down in the marshmallow pit, just getting his
100%.
ass,
Just
dude.
getting
Right.
his ass eaten.
Just getting his ass. Like, fucking.
I'd
no.
love to see Steve Irwin in a dream. I'd be like, "Hey, watch out for the stingrays, mate.
You know, like
They're beautiful. No, they're fucking killers."
Yeah, you know
are.
they say your brain cannot make up a face like your
Yeah, yeah.
Like
We've talked about
any
that
person
before.
you've ever seen in your dreams, you've seen him somewhere. Right?
Yeah.
I can assure
Probably
you,
like a hustler.
I can assure. Yeah, that's where I'm finding all mine at. I'm like, shit. Dude, speaking of hustler, you know Christy Mack.
I can't believe you have a speaking of hustler.
Yeah, you know Christy Mack. You know who that is?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, she's been liking my food stuff on Facebook.
Hell yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
She's Columbus native.
Yeah.
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 K through 12.
Yeah.
With Christy.
Yeah.
Sweetest girl you ever met in your whole
Yeah.
life.
Oh, yeah.
Sweetest girl you ever met.
Yeah, she's been liking my Facebook, like my food posts. I'm like, it popped up, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, and I looked at it, I'm like, oh yeah, sweet dude.
What a nice lady. She always was. I felt horrible for
Her husband, her husband's in like I don't know, some military branch or some shit. I don't know.
I didn't even know that she was married, to be honest.
She
I've not
she
heard
was
it.
with the guy, the War Machine
John
guy,
Copenhaver. Yeah, I
that
remember
beat
that.
the
Or
bucket out of
Haven.
her.
Yeah, no, now
Yeah.
she's married.
And
I
she doesn't do
Good
porn
for her.
anymore, but she does
Yeah.
Artistic
photos.
nudes and like
Yeah.
OnlyFans. I
Right.
think, for,
Yeah.
for personal gain.
yeah, her last name's like
Which
Busco
why?
now or something.
Why would you not do OnlyFans? Especially if you're Christy Mack, right?
If I was a
You're on the
chick, I would do
backside
it.
of being the highest paid at one point and the number one porn star on the planet.
Oh yeah.
And then you have something very awful and inconvenient happen to you like that. You take the time to heal and recover, and you come back out, and people are like, "Holy shit, we haven't seen or heard anything from this girl in forever."
Yeah.
She has an OnlyFans. She could put $100 stack a month on that thing.
Oh, yeah, people would buy it.
and people would. An overwhelming number of people.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's changed the game, that OnlyFans
Yeah,
stuff.
Dude,
Yeah.
if I was a chick, I'd do it. No doubt.
Oh yeah, for sure.
No doubt.
I don't know that I'm creative enough to do
Oh,
it,
dude,
or maybe not so much.
I have
creative.
a bowling pin set on my computer desk at home.
Yeah, dude.
I have.
Just-
I owe an
Dude.
apology to Jimmy Norton, who said hello to you in the comments. He's been trying to message me, and
Jimbo said hello to me.
Jim Norton, he did. He said,
Jimbo.
"What's up, Brant Miracle?"
Oh, what's up, Jimbo?
And I want to message people back on Messenger.
Yeah.
And I always I'm gonna sit down and go through my messages.
Yep.
I'm fucking terrible at it, Jimmy. I do love
Wait,
you.
does he message you or the
He,
mind snack
he
thing?
wants to get. He's messaged me.
I'll say if he messages the mind snack thing, dude, I think I get those sometimes. I message him back acting like I'm Sean B. I
love
hey,
that.
listen here, idiot. No,
Listen
I'm just
here.
kidding.
Listen here, you dumbass. No, you
All
should
right,
get
all right,
Jimmy
listen.
on here.
Oh, I
Jimbo's good-
absolutely wanna
Jimbo's
have
good
Jimmy on here.
conversation. He's
Yeah.
good people.
Another guy that big archery guy.
Yeah, big archery guy, man.
Yeah.
Jimbo took that up and ran with it. He's a big
Yeah,
archery
absolutely.
fella, yeah.
Absolutely. I'm sure he could probably still hit a softball too.
Oh, I'm sure of it.
That's
yeah.
what I know. I saw your message, Jimmy. I saw your message. We will get you on here. I would say within the next month, for sure. For sure. I will message you back. Oh God, I'm the worst.
You are. You're
I'm the.
pretty bad.
I don't know how much money I have let go. People hit me up in my message requests.
Oh yeah,
for wedding gigs because I don't get them till like 2 years later.
sure.
I shit.
You're like, hey, bro, you still need that DJ?
Right,
Did you guys end up making it through, or you're on the next one?
I'll catch
What's
the
up?
next one.
Yeah.
right. No, I am just hot shit at messages.
I see,
You
I-
still haven't given my Pure Country Nissan Titan page a like. That was on purpose. No, I'm kidding.
I did.
I thought I did actually, Joe.
No, yeah, I thought Sean B did.
I know I full well intended to.
I broke the algorithm.
I'm gonna go do it right now if I haven't.
Wow.
with getting onto my
Pure
snacks.
Country
I made myself present
Nissan
at Ziggy's
Enough.
for a
Titan.
long time, right?
Yeah, dude.
And then I had a bit of an absence, and then I got to a place where lunch on Fridays, the only proper place to go
His Ziggy's.
was Ziggy's, right?
Yeah.
For me, it'd be 5 days a week, whether I was eating or not. I'd just roll through there.
Oh yeah.
I
And,
didn't. I like it.
Hmm.
I now like it, Joe. Big news coming. You'll find out what it is when all officials. Stay tuned and thank you for being a fan.
Have I seen this
Yeah.
truck? He has a physical
Joe-
Nissan Titan around town.
Yeah, Joe, weren't you just cussing that thing like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I got to know, Joe. You were cussing.
Yeah,
it.
didn't
Send me
you-
a
weren't you
photograph of
selling
that
it?
vehicle.
He races
Remember.
it. It's a Nissan Titan.
Has
that
it
he-
got something
that he
silly
races.
shoved in it?
Who knows? It's Joe Compton, so probably.
I feel like I know Joe. I don't. I
You probably do.
probably do.
Good people.
Good folk.
Let's make plans to shoot some geese in the face this year. Why would you shoot them in the face?
Honks. Well, it's the easiest way to kill them because their plumage is so thick that you're not guaranteed
Yeah,
a good
dude.
pass through into the vitals if you don't.
And if you don't kill him all the way, then you have to wring that big fucker's neck. You ever tried
Yeah.
to wring the neck of a goose, dude?
No.
Goose necking it.
I've got experience. I've got experience with that.
So you probably have like a dispatch tool, right?
I have a dispatch tool. Yeah,
Those are money.
I
dude.
do. I have a couple on my lanyard, different links.
Yeah,
For different species.
Yeah, dispatch
Specifically,
tools
it's just the distinction between ducks and goose. But if you get a good pinch right behind the jowls on the head of that thing,
I love it how
you don't even have to twist or flog. You
Every-
can just separate that
Really?
thing from the spinal cord.
I just grab him and fucking.
yeah.
I love how
Oh, yeah,
every time
absolutely. Pillowcase them.
every
So-
time you're here, you
Yeah.
guys get into this discussion.
I know
that
we need to not.
No,
We need to not.
fucking, no.
need
It's
to-
fine.
no.
It makes me laugh.
We need to take Sean B hunting.
'Cause
I-
you
I know. I
guys-
keep
hey,
saying it
hey,
because even if you don't shoot, I know you don't have a desire.
No, look, I have a
necessarily.
410.
I
I,
just-
have a 410 at home, dude. It'll be like on Wedding Crash. Have you seen it? I don't even know
my
what the
God.
fuck a quail
the
is. I don't even know what the fuck a quail is. We just give him one of the mats,
are we
dude.
hunting, a fucking
yeah.
quail?
Well, yeah, I just go on
are
secret
we hunting,
quail
a
hunting
human?
expedition. I go hunting quails all over the world.
It's a
I
real
know.
problem in this region. They're decimating the
grubworm
grubworm population.
God damn it.
I know that if I ever go hunting and would ever shoot something,
Yeah.
I can never tell my kid about it.
Oh, fair.
Really?
Can never tell my kid.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Oh man,
Yeah, no, that's
the
fair.
vitriol that would come from that.
What's
I
that word mean?
started.
Vitriol,
Yeah.
like a fiery rage,
Okay.
a
That's the
consequence.
That's the definition I thought of, but I just want to make sure
It's a
before
really
I used
good
it.
word.
It's
yeah.
on my calendar, word of the month.
I started my children now, but the one that's self-aware because she's 5-year-old, right? She's seeing, she's taking things and she's using her sight to process.
Yeah.
Right.
I started her at a very young age, and now my other one, but I haven't been able to talk to her about it. But I hunt. That's what I do.
Sure.
There's a lot of processed meat in freezers or
Yeah.
around the house. She gets to see that and yada yada, and she has a lot of questions. And I'm not sure that my oldest will be a hunter by any stretch, and that's okay. But she's also 5, so she's not like, hey, you know, let me get half that ribeye you just cooked.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Or is that a deer loin or a duck breast? She's not into that so much. She did tell me the other day that she wanted to turkey hunt this year, and she's too small for me to say, yeah, all right, cool, I'm going to strap even a 410 to your shoulder
Yeah, dude.
and let you try to do that. But
The
if she
first
wants to
thing
go, I would certainly
it with you.
facilitate that. I almost cried when she asked me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not,
Yeah, I mean,
just
that's-
because I haven't pushed, but she's been around it.
Yeah,
You know?
she just wants to do it.
Yeah, that's
my
cool.
first thing I hunted,
Daddy daughter thing, right?
Right.
That makes me happy.
I hunted with a 22, and that's the first thing I ever shot was squirrel hunting. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the easiest thing to do, right? You give him
Yeah.
a 22 and let him go out, and
BB gunning, right? It's
Yeah.
22. It's a very lethal BB gun, obviously, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
don't get the recoil.
you
I
get
guess that's
nothing,
the
right?
big
It's just
thing.
it's a little loud, right?
Yeah, and if you use subs or something,
just quiet as shit. Yep.
Ah.
Yeah, that's the first thing I ever did was squirrel hunt.
Jason
Phenomenal.
Compton wants to do a shot. I don't think we have anything.
I almost bought that bottle of
We
Gourmet. I
had
almost
we
brought
had
another one
we
in
had
here.
Fred Whitenberry and Jaeger, and we have Grand Legacy. Grand
I'm
Legacy.
not doing Grand
What's
Legacy.
a Grand Legacy?
It's
It's white rum.
Oh, it is
Oh,
cheap.
white rum's not bad.
Oh, it's
I'm not a spice. I'm not a dark liquor guy unless it's
Okay,
tequila
we
because
can
it's
do
a
Grand
light.
Legacy,
Well,
dude.
no, I'm not trying to pry on any of it.
We got Bullet. We have a whole table, dude.
Yeah, I guess we got red, white, and berry.
We have Jaeger.
What's red, white, and berry?
We can do
It's a citrus vodka.
we can do a Tyler and all. I have a Gatorade in here, dude. We can do a something.
I mean, I think I would call that a Tylenol.
What?
Do we have cups?
Yeah, somewhere. No, we got some in there. You want me to get one?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's do a shot.
three.
Let's do a shot. I out of nowhere, you started drinking on the show again.
Did it start? Did it start the week
Hey,
that I did?
if you're going in there for a minute, why don't you if I still have any like Smirnoff Red, White, and Berry or Merry Christmas stuff in there, I'll drink it.
Fair
I
enough.
got a Busch Light in the cooler. You can drink.
No thanks.
Are you buying it by the 30 rack? Yeah, he's gone. I'm not gonna have him yell. Yeah, I've been boycotting Busch Light. That's my go-to beer.
Why are you boycotting it?
I'm not boycotting. I shouldn't say that. I'm making responsible financial decisions because at the local corks, who are owned by a prominent local figure who shall not be named,
Right.
Busch Light has decided to go to like $27.99 a cold case.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, so I stayed Anheuser-Busch for no brand loyalty whatsoever, but Natural Light is being sold by the 30 rack. It's a very similar beer
Right.
at 20. And it's just like, why in the world
That is savings.
would I spend that extra $7?
All I found is a half-eaten bologna sandwich and some sausages in there.
Did you bring the bologna sandwich?
No.
We got it right here, Jason. Don't worry about that.
I brought us a few.
Nice.
We're gonna find something in here to shoot.
Did I say something? Amigo?
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, Grand Legacy.
Grand Legacy.
I'll try the Grand Legacy regardless of your guys' choices because,
It's not even grand.
well, it sounds grand.
This
Grand.
This is my alcoholic dead uncle's last bottle.
Hell yeah.
Got
Rest in
sent him
peace to
out-
that fella.
sent him out from the Caribbean islands.
Well, yeah. That's where it originated.
Obviously, it's gotta be good. Here,
Well, yeah.
tell me what you want.
Coming in hot.
I will do Tylenol.
Explain that to me. You've said it like 4 times. That's red, white, and berry. And
So we ran out of Red Bull one night.
Red, white, and berry.
oh,
A Tylenol. Oh no. We have
You.
red, white, and berry, don't we?
No,
you and
no, we have a bottle.
Is it empty?
Yeah,
Well, shit.
of course it is. Why would I grab this?
I don't know. Tylenol was we ran out of Red Bull one night, so we were doing Jaeger with Smirnoff Ice.
okay. That's fucked.
It is fucked, but it did work.
Oh yeah, I believe
What are
that.
we doing it with?
I believe that. So is that like in a reference to when you don't have Advil?
Yeah,
Tylenol.
Tylenol.
Tylenol, dude.
Yeah. No, that I get it now. Thank you,
I'm gonna
sir.
do Jaeger and Dr Pepper because I have
That's
heard
probably not bad.
things about that.
It's probably not bad.
Right.
Let's try Jaeger.
Oh
And,
yeah, that's a Bayou Bomb or something.
yeah, I had a doc. No, that's
Not
root beer.
That's root beer, dude. That's that. You're drinking that fucking barbecue Sprite.
barbecue Sprite, bub.
Yeah, dude.
I'm gonna take a shot of that DP
Yeah, oh, yeah,
on my white rum if you
Oh,
don't mind.
yeah?
Yeah, just let me get a little splash of that.
Yeah, dude. He got it watered down that Grand
Thank you,
Legacy,
thank you,
dude.
thank you, thank you.
Had too much talk about Christy Mack. All of a sudden, Brant now can't call it Dr Pepper. It's got to be a DP.
Yeah.
Oh, you nailed that.
Jesus,
Shit, dude.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude. All right.
All right, Jason.
I'm not looking forward to
Compton.
this, dude. How old is that?
Jimmy said stones for the boys. That's
Ooh.
it's got to be Keystones. He's,
See,
he's talking
I-
about it's always smooth.
When I was young,
I alternate. Jimmy.
we had 30 racks of stones on deck.
yeah.
Now they
girl
come
I
in like a
lived with a long
15
time
pack,
ago.
don't they?
Oh yeah,
15
Natty
stones,
and Natty
brother.
and
I want the
Stones
cube.
both run the.
This
the
was,
30 or the 15 racks.
God, this was probably 2004, 5, and we were buying Keystone by the 30 rack for $12 a 30 rack. Yeah,
I recall Busch Light being like $13.99. And everybody was like, "Drink that bougie cheap
See,
beer."
everybody fucking started drinking it,
I
and now
know.
everybody's like, "Do you got it in your
What
bar?"
do you
Blah,
remember
blah, blah.
that same time frame, like 04, 05, 06, 07? Oh, probably all the way up to like 10.
Oh, it was
Bud
Keystone,
Light.
Busch,
Well,
Natty.
Bud Light dominated that case race deal. Everything was 24 packs. Then all of a sudden,
Still does.
does Bud Light still dominate? And I'm not even talking about people like Bud Light's back, right? Obviously, they turned it around.
It
It's
never
back.
went away.
It never went away, right?
It never went
if you
away. People talked
if you
a lot.
Fucking Bud Light, you're gonna buy Bud Light.
Yes, and you should.
As
You know who?
should.
You know who wins? Boxer Ice, dude. 36 rack
Wow.
for like $17. 36
Wow.
beers, dude. Yeah,
Yeah, no, Boxer does win. It is.
and it's like 6.5%, dude.
I did have a BM once, and I'm not referencing my initials. After drinking heavily on the Boxer, it was a coal black, and That made me very scared. So I don't.
You can say a shit.
No, I know, but it felt better to say BM and
All right.
think about my name.
Okay. Okay.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't.
Okay.
All right, cheers, boys.
Oh,
Jaeger and Dr. Pepper.
Jason probably ain't
A
taking
Christy
a shot right
Mac
now.
bomb.
A Christy Mac bomb.
A DP,
A
dude.
DP. Boy, the Grand Legacy.
That
is,
doesn't-
sharp.
Smooth.
No,
Yes, that's what I said.
opposite of smooth.
Sharp.
That actually wasn't too bad, dude.
Sharp.
Tastes like licorice.
I bet
Yeah.
that wasn't bad, right? Because
That
Dr.
wasn't bad at
Pepper
all.
kind of has a licorice thing going for
Yeah.
itself.
It looked like liquor. It tasted almost like I mean, Dr. Pepper. I'm not Dr. Pepper.
drink a lot of shitty-
Jaeger kind of tastes like licorice on its own, but that made it just like actually like a licorice stick, right? Because
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper sweetened it up some,
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, I think Jaeger is branded as licorice flavored, right?
probably.
All the way across the
think
board,
so.
I think. Yeah,
You know what
black
else
licorice
I think it's
flavored.
more deer blood.
You say deer
Yeah.
blood? Yeah, you
It
did.
is.
Malort,
Every one of them, there's a red stag that we took from out back and we cut his throat to bottle.
fucking bled him out,
Yeah.
dude. That's it. That's all they do.
So, do we need to do that? Do we need to get like a bottle of Malort to have on deck? Do we need to get?
We're going to Lafayette.
I feel like we need to build a bar out here.
we need to do that.
We
We
need
don't
to build a
have
bar,
Malort in that bar.
and we've got to have. Yes, there's going to be Malort. It's called Memories, Tyler.
That's
fair.
okay.
We had fucking fun that night. We smelled like goddamn garbage the next day, but we had fun that night.
Yeah.
Have you ever
Can
had
get it
Malort?
around here? Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
West Lafayette, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, West Lafayette.
I would go to West Lafayette. It's
Haven't-
not even 2 hours. Let's
Haven't
go.
haven't had it since then, but that is a.
It's a gimmicky thing
Yeah, it's a gimmick
that people in Chicago
That's like
do.
Triple H.
The
Well, and that's
flavor-
where the tie for West Lafayette comes in. So
Right.
college kids like, oh, my Lord.
The flavor
You're telling me I
gets
can
worse
buy
as
a
it sits in your
liter?
mouth.
You're telling me I can buy a liter of alcohol for $5.79? What in the fuck? This shit comes in a liter? Yeah, Malort was a wild thing back when I was in college. I didn't really ever
Austin
understand
Wilson, what's up, my guy?
it. Big Austin.
So it's funny, like all these gimmicky things that we've tried over the years. Yeah, it goes from Malort, I would say, all the way up to Grand Cormino.
Sure.
Thanks to a la Brandt. But I feel like all this stuff, all these drinks. I feel like drinks and that kind of stuff kind of creates a memory, right?
I think so, yeah.
Like-
well, it's always like, remember that time we were drinking that?
Yes.
Yeah.
You remember that time Larry Reed drank all of our Grand Cormino?
I remember hearing about it because I was on here like 2 weeks later.
Wasn't that when me and Chris were cooking?
Yeah. He comes in, Brandt comes in, he goes, man, you guys put a hurting on that bottle. I'm like, no, the fuck we didn't.
No, the fuck we didn't.
But Larry did. God, that guy. He is so funny. He was in here
Because he wasn't
solely
even on
to
the pod,
observe
right?
me.
Yeah.
He was in here to observe my process because he was launching a pod of his own,
Dope.
taking a bunch of notes, like checking out the process and what we did. It was great.
I think he just drank our Grand Cormine. I don't think he took notes.
His notes are in the fucking desk over there. His book is still. He had a little book with him that he was writing all his notes in. It's in my desk over
Wait,
there.
I gotta
did he
leave
write?
something
Did,
here? Is that
did
a
he-
thing?
Yeah.
Everyone that joins the pod leaves
leave
something?
something.
Oh, for sure. But that was a gift, right?
Yeah.
And
Did-
I intend,
did he-
and it makes me so happy to walk in here.
Did
and
he
see that.
write anything
Thank
in
you
that?
guys.
I don't know. I never looked.
What if it was just like a stick figure with big fat titties? And that's it?
Dude, that's like a MacGruber. Have you seen that? It's like he's just writing down the fucking writing down the license plate number. 1, 2, 5, 6. He's like taking the shit on it and all kinds of stuff. That's all it is just him just.
So
shitting on
we've
us.
got a bunch of stuff in here that was that
That were
were
donated.
gifts. Obviously, Second String Media sponsored a softball team. My mom with the Just Like Home Doggy Daycare. Kyle in the shirt. Reggie's token shirt.
I need to get one of my shirts in here, dude.
Yeah.
An
I
Ethan-
can't
an Ethan
keep
Grauman.
Ethan's hoodie.
It's been a year, dude.
We can
There
hang
are
it up.
rules.
Dude, my shorts and my burnt underwear.
Are the burnt underwear in here?
You keep
We
saying
talked
They're-
about this every
They're
time
in,
I've
they're
been
in
on
the
pod.
back of my Mini, which I didn't drive today. I'd go get them.
Yeah, you got to drive the Mini.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I drove Allie's Jeep today.
I got
'Cause I don't have gas.
I got one for you.
I saw that. What's the
I got one for
vanity
you.
plate? What's the vanity
Mac
plate?
truck.
Mac truck.
Yeah.
I fucking got one for you.
Cause she that dump truck of an ash she's got, dude. That's what we call her, Mac truck.
Hey, here we go. High fives again. Good for you, buddy.
What is it? What's he getting? We have a drawer over there.
Yeah, I heard you.
We have a junk drawer.
Well, it's kind of got some shit in it that I didn't want to throw. I didn't feel like I should throw away.
Is it my chest hair?
Yeah.
You kept that this long?
Oh yeah.
What's it smell like?
I don't
Smell
even
it,
want
dude.
to know.
Probably coconut oil and Island Girls.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yes.
But speaking of
That's from a
speaking of
different time in
leaving
my
things,
life, dude.
this is
Why does
the
Austin
first
want
strip.
my hoodie?
This is the first strip of hair that was pulled off of Tyler. On
Nipple
the
to
chest
nipple, dude.
wax, on
Nipple-
the chest
it grew
wax
back.
You guys
episode.
went perpendicular? You didn't.
No. It was this way, but it was a lot of strips. It all grew back though. Look.
Multiples. It grew back gloriously. Too.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
phenomenal. You got a nice chest piece.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah,
He does have a nice chest piece,
you do. Good for you.
and it was bald for a little while.
It was bald for a little
Yeah.
while, dude.
I believe it.
I
I,
had a hairy
honestly
belly.
thought that one strip we were looking at. You went
So that
testicle spectacles.
that came up. That came up in memories the other day
Yeah.
because that was the last episode we filmed before COVID.
At work, they played that on the 80-inch TV in the front of our lab,
As you were getting waxed.
and everyone watched it.
God, I wish I had that video right now.
Absolutely.
I
That's
wish.
phenomenal.
Oh.
It fucking hurt, dude. You seen the 4-year-old version? Fuck! Yeah, this is what it was like, dude. It fucking hurts bad.
I have never actually been waxed in any capacity.
Oh, dude,
whatsoever.
it's smooth.
So
Smooth as
Tyler
fuck,
did a
dude.
few strips.
No, I went from nipple to fucking nipple. Few strips of my ass.
gotta-
I was bald from here.
Dude, that's a
from
lot.
here to here. Like
lot.
I was bald, completely bald.
Yeah, I guess so.
My nipples had a little hair on this side because I wouldn't let her go over top of my nipple because I had some weird fear that I was just gonna rip it off. Could you imagine just being nippleless, dude?
Jeez.
You know, like
What happens if you take it off, right?
The
Because
nipple?
that is surface.
Well-
That
surface
scares
skin,
the
and
shit
it's-
out of me.
no. Well, think
I mean,
like
something's going to be there, but what's it look like? What's the
I don't know.
aftermath of
Well,
losing
like
a nip?
I mean, like male animals.
Different
Most male
skin.
animals don't have nipples, right? Like male dogs don't have nipples at all.
yeah, no, they do. I think.
No,
Yeah, I think they're just flush. I don't
No,
think
they
have
don't.
the teeth.
I think all
no, they don't
mammals have
nothing, dude.
nipples.
No, look at a male dog. Flip Bruiser over and look at his belly. He don't have anything.
No nips. Not even like a auxiliary pair.
Nothing. Because like in the
'Cause
animal
what's
kingdom,
what's a
only
female have?
they have
4?
whatever 6,
side,
8,
right?
something. I don't know.
4 sets?
I've never looked that close at a dog's tits.
You haven't.
I try not to.
All right.
You're missing out.
I'm missing out, dude. I'm missing
Hey
out.
Siri, do male dogs have nipples?
Yes, male dogs have nipples.
I think they have an auxiliary.
This is from American Kennel Club.
What?
That's from the fucking
I think the AKC would know, bro.
Yeah, that's the AKC.
They have nipple?
I'm almost positive they have a single set of nips.
Just like 2.
Yeah.
Oh, so but they don't have like the full row.
Yeah, they don't have the
Yeah.
like the rack of nipples,
Yeah.
but neither do male humans.
Yeah.
No, neither do female humans.
Yeah.
Not anyone you've seen,
Not-
but
yeah,
what's
no,
up?
no, I've
Have
seen-
you
What's
been to
up?
Taiwan?
Wait, speaking
No.
of dude. Speaking of non-human, like whatever. Okay, now I'm getting on alien tangent real quick, dude. I
Oh,
watched
cool,
this.
let's do that.
No, dude, I watched this video today,
Yeah.
right? And it was like some special ops guy that was in the Pacific Theater, and he they were over there, right? And they like something crashed, and they thought it was an American aircraft, so they were like going to go help their people out, like help their boys, you know. And then they went there, and they're like, "What the fuck is this? Like egg-shaped thing, right?" They like called it in, and they're like, there were already things en route, and they're like, they're already U.S. stuff, and they're like, how do they know this even happened, right? But he was like talking, and then they said like he was on the team that like recovered UFOs, right? And talked about them, and he was like, yeah, like we can shoot them down and stuff, but if they're at full power, like they're a fucking force to be reckoned with. But he said they found life forms in a few of them, mostly all dead, but they found a few alive ones. And he said that like the anatomy of them, they don't have like a digestive, like it's almost like they were like 3D printed like organisms kind of, right? Just to man the aircraft. Like they didn't have a stomach or anything.
I keep hearing that. No genitalia.
They didn't have a stomach or anything, dude. Like he said,
Organs are very basic.
Yep. It was basically like they only take in enough food that it just sustains them, right? Like
You know what I hate about 24, and I fucking mean this. I hate about 24 is that 23 got so ramped up on the UFO conversation, and the Pentagon's releasing, well, we have this, and not saying we have an actual vehicle or any kind of organic material or anything like that, but it's like, hey, we know some shit. They kept saying that,
and they
tooling around, and then now, you know what? Fuck, I hate 24 because it's an election year, right?
They ain't telling us shit.
And
dude.
now all of a sudden, that conversation has stopped, and it's like, look, you can't pipe me up like that.
I don't
Right.
care who gets
And then
elected.
just cold
I just
turkey
want
this
someone
thing.
to tell me if
I
aliens are
pay
real.
taxes, right? That's like paying for a hooker, and then that hooker's like, all right, cool. Well, we got close this time.
No,
I'm gonna
Think
suck
about
it a
this,
little
dude.
bit.
Yeah.
So think
I'm
about
gonna-
this.
See you next year.
Our tax dollars.
Talk to you after.
Our tax dollars is paying to recover and store all that material, dude. So we have a
for
right
sure.
to see it, right?
That's not true.
How's it not?
I mean, it should be true.
Where
But,
do our tax
but,
dollars go
but,
to?
but by law, the government doesn't have to tell you everything, even
No,
though your
no,
tax
but
dollars
very-
pay for it.
No,
Your
no.
tax dollars pay for all of it.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like that's the
Yeah,
only way our
that's
government makes money is tax dollars.
But
right?
I,
That's
but,
it.
But
That's
I'm a
how-
Tyler. I do feel entitled, whether the law is written that way or not. I do
Right.
feel entitled to know.
I mean,
as you
the
should.
only thing the law is basically they can't tell us anything classified,
You should,
right?
but you
And-
have
and-
to be cognizant of the fact that there are so many people here that can't handle that shit.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
no. Well, like
100%,
the
that's
thing
case,
I watched
right?
today, it's like the
I'm not
government.
sure I could.
The government. They
Do
said
you remember when? Or you don't remember, but War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
When it aired on the radio,
the actual
and people
radio
were
People thought it was
fucking
real.
committing
People thought it was
suicide.
real.
Yeah. People
Well,
can't
at that-
handle that shit.
At
No,
that time, right? There's no way to get out the hey heads up on Thursday.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Orson Welles.
Right.
Orson Welles. Pulled
Nice.
that right out of
Nicely
shit.
done.
Thank you.
Nicely done,
dude.
Orson Welles. I'm gonna read this. This is a manuscript from a fallen. You know, he nails that shit.
Yeah.
Boys,
I've listened to that
I
multiple
watched
times.
this video today on
Fuck 24 and
I
the
watched
fact
this
that we're
video today.
ready for everything. I hate that.
3 celebrity like story things that you would not believe is like how they got their start. You know what Liam Neeson's first gig was?
Liam Neeson. Oh my god. I have a particular set of skills.
Yeah,
that
skills.
Liam Neeson-
Yeah,
make
yeah.
me
So
dangerous to
so
people
look,
like
so
you.
like Liam Neeson, right? He like went to this school to do something right, didn't want to do after a year. Then he went to be a school teacher,
Yeah.
and then second year he was like he's from like Ireland or some shit. And second year that you're a like training to be a teacher, they make you go teach a class one day, and this kid was like being a little punk, and Liam Neeson literally rocked him fucking
Oh, fuck
over
yeah,
another
dude.
student, just like fucking squow, just and they're like, yeah, you can't be a teacher anymore. And then
What is this? Is
then
this
he
America?
became an
They're
actor.
Like, no, it's an Ireland.
Yeah, no, then he
Scotland,
became an actor.
whatever it was.
Dude, Tim Allen, you know Tim Allen?
Oh, cocaine.
Yeah, fucking a pound and a half of cocaine and got arrested and then became funny in
Have
prison.
you seen that mugshot?
Yeah,
He has that
yeah,
stash.
big
He's wearing a
fucking
big plaid
badass
shirt and
mustache.
shit. Bad
No.
dude. I love that.
Harrison Ford.
Harry, oh,
Dude, Harrison Ford. So Harrison Ford. So like he signed with like Columbia Records, like some talent thing, and they're like, yeah, dude, you're never gonna be an actor, like you just don't have it or whatever, right? So then he became a carpenter, and then some guy called him, and he's like, hey, I got a thing, you know, you just need to go show him what's up. And then he went there, and the guy's like, you're not auditioning for this. I just need you to read the lines. And the whole day he was reading lines, he was just being like smug and a piece of shit about it, right? And they're like, that's just who we're looking for. You're fucking Han Solo in Star Wars.
that guy was fucking
Yeah.
George Lucas.
Yeah,
dude.
George Lucas.
Yeah.
No, and then the guy that like told him he was never gonna be an actor, like they were eating in like the same restaurant in Hollywood and like sent him
Yes.
over a business card and he just like read it and like tossed it down. He said that was like the best moment of his life, right?
Can you imagine?
Yeah. Yeah.
Getting to eat that cake.
Yeah, dude.
Or
yeah.
that guy has to eat that crow he just threw
Yeah,
down.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Heads
and,
up.
and then he's like, I looked around the restaurant and then I realized that guy was a nobody. I didn't even recognize who he was. So like, fuck him, right? I'm like, Jesus, dude. Oh, Harry Ford's got it.
Han
Yeah.
Solo, Indiana Jones, Blade Runner. Are you fucking serious?
My
Yeah.
favorite Harrison Ford role, and I hate this because it's my favorite, one of my favorite movies, but is Branch Rickey in the movie 42.
42, man.
Yeah.
Never seen
He
it.
plays such a mainly because it's not even necessarily that smug thing.
No.
It's that that Harrison Ford's known for, right?
Yeah.
It's that which kind of Indiana Jones, I guess, plays into that too, right? Because he has that bright outlook or the fact that things can be found.
Right.
I think that plays in that 42
Absolutely.
movie because it is, are you serious?
Right.
You're going to turn down the greatest talent the world may have ever seen in professional baseball. Like
Right.
that is such a good character in that
Right.
film. You're not wrong. That's phenomenal.
Love it.
I'm going to have to go home and watch that tonight.
It's a great movie.
I always forget about
You know,
that.
you need to watch
absolutely a
tonight
great
from
movie.
Tacoma FD, dude.
I got to watch Tacoma FD.
That's a good show.
So,
Is it
so
funny?
it's only 4 seasons long.
So
Yeah.
you
it
got
funny?
Farva
Yeah.
and because they're not all in it, right?
So
Not all the broken lizard guys.
well,
guys are in
well,
the
so
show.
like so Farva and I only know him from like I like Super Troopers,
I
but
always reference
so
Super
Beer
Troopers.
Fest, so Beer Fest, so
Okay.
so Landfill and Fink, right?
Fink.
Yeah,
Yes,
so
it's
those
Fink.
two.
Yes.
But then it's also got the guy like one of the German dudes.
Yeah.
like grandfather or whatever. It's got him.
Oh god damn it!
And
What's
his
that
name-
guy's
they
name?
call
He's
him-
an SNL cat.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
his name is in the show. His name is Frenchie, right? And he's on a different shift than them, but he's in there. The episode I'm watching right now is the preacher at the beginning of Beer Fest. It's him, but he's in like a
Perfect.
wheelchair. Yeah,
Oh, that guy's good too. He's a Happy Madison guy.
Yeah.
He's in a lot of Adam Sandler's
Yeah.
films.
but it's got
Preacher
oh,
Beer
and
Fest.
fuck his brother, the guy's brother in Beer Fest. Not
The-
like the skinny guy, the chunky
What's up,
guy.
Brian York?
The preacher in Beer Fest at the
Yeah.
beginning. That is like the Boomhauer-esque character from all the Happy Madison movies, right? Like Waterboy and that.
No.
Is it not?
No.
I'm mixing it up then.
No, but his brother, he's in one of them, or like the
Should.
brother of the main guy, like the two guys that are
Yeah.
like Gam or whatever.
Yep.
It's like it's like the chunkier one, not like the real skinny guy.
Yep.
He's in a lot of the episodes.
Yep. I always remember the dude that the Indian guy that is like the glue that holds a broken lizard together because it's like Jay
Yeah.
Shander
Jay
style.
Shandakar.
Shandakar.
He's not. I haven't seen him. Like I'm almost done with it, and I haven't seen him in there. But it's pretty fucking hilarious. Dude.
It's
Like
just crazy to
Ike
think
Crystal.
that there's
Ike
that
Crystal's
many
the new
guys.
Barry.
No kidding. I gotta
Yeah,
watch
he's just
that.
Ike Crystal's just fucking hilarious,
I gotta
right?
watch
I could.
He
I
can't
could
make
watch.
a pun.
Yeah.
He can't make a pun. He's just
No,
he
it's
did.
just-
He's
I can watch Super Troopers over and over again.
on repeat.
Yeah.
On repeat.
yeah, dude.
Litter
Beer Fest is my
Gang.
favorite. Beer Fest and Euro Trip are my two favorite movies.
Yeah. Beer Fest, Club Dread. Have you seen that Broken Lizard? It's like the horror
I didn't
spoof.
love it.
I didn't love it. Okay. So that movie came out in like 06, 07.
Yeah.
I didn't love it then. Back then I was like, okay, well, it's not Super Troopers, right? It's
Right.
Not, it doesn't have the shock value.
Right.
I have watched that movie a couple of times since I've been 30. Watch it again.
Okay.
It's good.
I just watched
It's worth
Slam and
it.
Salmon like not too long ago, right?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know that existed. And I'm like on Netflix, and I'm like Slam and Salmon, what the fuck's
Yeah,
that?
what the fuck
and I
is
like
that?
turn it on. I'm like, oh my god, dude. Fucking Barry forgets to take his pills.
Pills, man. Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
dude. It's yeah. They're hilarious.
The only other thing that sucks about getting old, we touched on this earlier, Sean. You were like, "No, getting old doesn't suck." It's like, well, it kind of does though, because I get a little cynical, man. And I
So-
think I've been a busy motherfucker.
I only
for a
said it
couple
doesn't
years, but-
suck because it's better than the alternative.
Fair,
Not getting old.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is Benjamin Buttoning? Yeah, no.
Hasbulla, dude. That's who we need to get on here. Dude.
Hezbollah?
Hasbulla.
How do you get that guy? He's Ukrainian?
yeah.
Russian, I think.
He's yeah.
Is he Russian? He's
I
a
think
Russian
he's
national.
Russian.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so. You see that one time Mike
Well, I
Tyson was
haven't
like
seen
sparring
anything
with him a little bit.
Oh,
Mark
yeah,
Tyson
dude.
treated him like a little kid, kissing on him and stuff.
I
They're
love
like,
that.
but they're like, Mike, he's fucking 19, dude. Leave him alone.
Quit it.
He's a
And
grown
Mike
ass
looks and
man.
he's like, well, that means he's legal.
Yeah. Goddamn, dude.
We talked about this on the pod yesterday. Mike Tyson and Jake Paul.
Oh yeah,
I can't fucking wait.
that's gonna be good.
One of my favorite things about when Mike prepares for a fight is that he puts out propaganda and promo footage.
A lot,
And oh my God,
dude.
who's fucking with that old guy if he's going 100? If he's going 100%,
Yeah,
who's fucking with that old man? Because
Nobody.
that has always been the thing in boxing. The last thing you lose as a boxer is power. That has always been said. You lose speed, you lose the hand-eye coordination, right? You lose the mental wherewithal
Right.
to continue. All that goes away. But all it takes is one, because power stays. If you
Right.
keep your power, or you just know how to throw a punch.
Right.
You look at some of the hardest hitting boxers of all time, and the form doesn't look like what pop culture tells you a punch should look like. You
Right.
know? And then you see Mike Tyson hitting heavy gloves or hitting a bag just a week or two ago, stuff he's putting out on Instagram or his PR team is,
Yeah,
and you're
dude.
like, fuck, it sounds like thunder.
Yeah.
Every contact.
Sounds
I
like
feel like
thunder.
Jake Paul's
you know?
gonna get his
Not
world
to
rock.
mention he's over here stick, move,
Yeah.
stick, move. He's still fast.
He's so fast.
Yeah, it's unreal.
And that's where I was leading with that, was like, Mike's still got the power.
Yeah.
It's those fast twitch muscles, dude.
Mike's still got that fast twitch muscle reflex too.
Yeah.
I love it. Tommy Fury, probably the only real hard trained classic boxer that Jake Paul's fought, right? And I'm not taking anything from Jake Paul because the dude can throw.
I've
can
heard
throw.
that.
He can
I've
He
heard
can
that.
throw. I just watching fights. He has form. He has.
He's
technique.
legit.
He's legit. But you get in there with Mike Tyson and
That's
Tyson.
Mike fucking
It's
Tyson.
Mike fucking Tyson, right? And Mike Tyson's not being paid because, don't get it twisted, Mike Tyson is about his money. Historically, you can see that Mike Tyson is about his money. He did that weird 10-year thing where he had that HBO where he was feeding pigeons and shit. Right. But then
Feeding
when Mike
pigeons
came
and
out,
shit.
and it was wild because I do remember watching that Joe Rogan podcast the first time he was on there, where he was like, "I can't fight, but if I do, it'll reignite my ego."
Right.
You know, then all of a sudden it's like, "Oh shit! Did you hear Mike Tyson's fighting?" This is 6 months after that podcast,
Right.
and this dude's in the best shape of his, well, not of his life. Obviously, you're never going to be that prime
Sure.
30-year-old again. He didn't quite make it to that because he was, you know, had a lot of issues,
1986, Mike was a scary motherfucker.
but, dude,
Did you look
and
up,
that's
like, his
an
workout register,
That's
like
a,
what he did
what?
every
That's
day?
an 18-year-old kid in 1986.
20.
20. Oh my
Sick,
God.
nasty dude.
Oh my God! Because especially at 20, because you don't have that should I
Right,
gene.
right.
You're just still ripping people
Yeah.
apart.
You just
Wow.
don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Heavyweight champion of the world, man.
I spend too much time after my wife goes to sleep on YouTube, which is the power of the internet. And every now and again, and by that I mean like once a week, I end up on old boxing matches rather.
Yep.
Roy Jones Jr. Right? I was born in '90, so Roy Jones Jr. I missed the Tyson live.
Right.
Roy Jones Jr. in the early 2000s.
I mean, I missed most of Tyson live.
Sure.
I was a kid in the 80s.
Sure. So my Tyson was Roy Jones Jr.
Right.
He was fast and he had that power. So I always end up on those Roy Jones Juniors. I watched every Tyson.
I just
fight
had Mike
6
Tyson's
times.
punch out, and you know, as a kid, and I'll be honest, like I didn't really realize the gravity of what Mike Tyson did in his career until
Yeah.
way late, until the YouTube era.
Yeah,
You know, same thing. I'd catch it on YouTube, and I'm like,
You
"Fuck
hear it,
that!"
you hear it, but
Right.
you don't see it. You know what I
Right.
mean? And there's a certain point in your life, for me anyway, where it was hard for me to look back on historical events and say, I've always been interested in history, U.S. history, world history was always a big thing for me coming up. But
yeah, dude.
when it came to like sports or stuff like that, I was in my mid to late 20s before I was like, wow.
Right.
God, do you guys know that this happened? You know what I
Right.
mean? And boy, it's been a bad deal. It's been a downward spiral.
Yeah.
From like 25.
I
to
feel
now.
blessed that as a kid, I grew up watching Larry Bird and
Oh,
Michael
man.
Jordan
Can
play
you imagine?
basketball. The tail end of Magic Johnson,
Yep.
the tail end of Larry Bird, but watch Michael Jordan his entire career.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And that's super
What?
cool.
That thing I sent in the group chat about Magic
Yeah.
Johnson. Why didn't the Monstars want my talent? We didn't mind the talent, Magic. We just didn't want the other stuff.
The other
It was the-
stuff.
It was the
didn't-
injection.
We
you
just
know,
didn't
it
want
was
the
that-
other stuff, dude.
And did you see there was another post I saw, same thing, where it was Karl Malone at the very bottom saying
Because AIDS.
that because AIDS.
yeah, yeah. Because AIDS.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah, dude. We didn't mind the talent. We just didn't want the other stuff.
So what I was getting at earlier
The deep thing.
is, you know, in the room with a couple of men I respect. And I feel like it's a subject that doesn't get talked about enough. So if you guys are good, talk about it for a minute. Who do you guys talk to?
What do you mean?
Like when you need someone to talk to? Like, do you really have that motherfucker that's
I
in
don't-
your fucking corner?
I don't know. I mean, I've never needed someone to talk to.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just never have.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Are you one of those guys that like every time like somebody's like, "How you doing?" You're like, "I'm fine." You actually mean it?
Yeah. I don't let it shit, but like you can ask Allie, dude. It literally makes her mad that nothing gets to me. It makes me mad, right? But I've been through quite a bit of shit though.
Sure.
Like in my 30
I mean,
years.
you absolutely have.
Yeah, it's been fucking wild, dude. So at this point,
You
I'm
know,
just like,
and
it's all uphill from here, boys.
There's just like,
That's
and
phenomenal.
that's kind of one of the
nothing ever bothers me, dude. Life's
that's
too
kind of
short.
one of the
Life's
things.
too short to let
And you're
something
not
fucking
you're not
bother you.
wrong.
yeah.
You're not wrong.
Yeah,
But
I
at the
brush
end of
it
the
off.
day, like at the end of the day, for a lot of people,
Yeah.
you know, despite life being too short, life being too short makes it necessary to
Yeah.
get to the other side of
I d-
whatever's going on.
I just brush it off every time, dude. Like I don't let anything get to me, like, right? You know why? This is the best thing I could ever have thought to myself was like, and ever since I've been like whatever, like I moved out of my house before I graduated high school, like 18, right? And my whole thing is if I don't like something or I don't want to do something or if something bothers me that much, I just don't do it, right? Because I'm an adult and I don't have to deal with that kind of shit. So
Right.
if something bothers me that bad, it's out, right?
Gone.
I just don't have to deal with it because that's the beauty of being an adult, dude. You can pick and choose what you want to deal with and what you don't want to deal with,
For sure.
right.
I agree.
that's the best thing I've ever done.
Sure.
Yeah, I think all that's a good answer.
I mean, I'm sure I have a lot of friends I could talk to if
in
I
the-
needed to, but
He says it's only been a year since I've been on this podcast, but I feel like I've known you for 20.
Yeah.
So in the 20 years I've known you,
Yeah.
you have a wonderful demeanor about you.
Yeah.
Sure.
You seem
So
to
you
you,
just-
seem
you
to
can-
let it ride.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
And while being successful career wise.
Yeah. You got to just
now
roll
with
with
a
it. dude.
family and everything,
Yeah.
and that's all beautiful. I
Just
love
fucking
that. Yeah.
roll with it.
Yeah.
Can't let shit get to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not. It's
The
not
only,
always that
the only
easy.
person that's hurting
It's
is
not.
yourself, right?
It's not. It's not. Yeah. I want to hear you, Sean. I have something for that too. But
Well,
wanna
I
hear
was
yours.
just asking because I find myself as I get older dealing with more struggles
Sure.
mentally,
Sure.
and going through phases where I feel like I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not doing enough.
Yeah.
I feel like no matter what I do,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. I don't ever know like how to convey that, right? Because
Sure.
there's a stigma against it.
Oh yeah, for sure. As a man,
Like as
in
a man,
general.
like you just kind of have to be
Yeah.
okay. Like you're
Well,
forced
and-
to do that.
And no disrespect to what you're saying, I love it. I truly mean that. I enjoy your demeanor.
I
enjoy
envy
your
that.
outlook. I envy
Yeah.
it. Same.
I wish
No,
I could help
so-
people like be like this, right? Allie fucking hates. She's like, I wish I could just be like you. I'm like, I can't teach this, right?
You can't.
just
But
gotta
no,
be that way.
that's chemically you are hardwired to
Yeah.
be that way. Right?
Sure.
I find it strange that people can change mentally, right? So I grew up and spent 9/10 of my life in that exact space you're in right there. It allowed me to make a lot of really good friends. It allowed me to make great relationships.
Well, that's the thing. I've
Carry
been there.
on, right? Exactly.
I've been there.
We've all been there, and I hope for you, yours is everlasting. But
Sure.
when there are these crazy stresses in life, and it might be kids for some people, it might be building a home, it might be assuming a new role or a new position career wise, it might be this or that. I've been thinking a lot about this lately, and I think it's probably going to be a real weird, or it might piss people off to say it, but I think for me specifically, and this is where my mind has gone, but I have changed. I've become more cynical. I truly have. I don't necessarily feel all the time like, hey, yeah, here's this big accomplishment. I can't celebrate it. I don't get to roll into those moments anymore. Like these big milestones, and it's never my kids, because that is truly one of the things that brings me this great enjoyment.
Oh
these
my
days,
God.
right? Like when my daughters do or say or respond to an action or something that is love, that's where I still find my elation. But as a man, you are expected to carry that. No, it's fine. Everything's fine, even when it's
Sure.
not, right? When the way the world's
Well,
going.
what would the actual answer be?
What is the answer?
What would the answer be?
But-
How you doing? I don't know. Shitty.
Shitty, man.
Why?
Nobody wants to hear that out of a dude. You know
Why?
What
What
I
do you
mean?
mean? Why?
I mean,
Where-
if
where do I
something's going
start?
Shitty, I tell him.
Well,
it's going
Sean,
shitty.
Well, what's
Sean's
wrong?
Seen it.
What's wrong?
You've seen it
All
at
of it?
Ziggy's. You have come up to me a couple of times in conversation at Ziggy's, and it might be your second pass by the table, but you'll stop. You'll lean down over my shoulder and say, "Hey, man, you good?" You've done that to me a
Right.
couple of times, and I've gotten so out there in my thought or where I need to be or the things I'm trying to manage that I appreciate that when that happens, right? Because you don't get that as a man.
I do
Places.
things that I wish people would do for me.
Yeah,
That's how I combat all this.
yeah.
Is how I combat all this is I immediately start saying, well, what do you need?
What do you need? Yeah.
And start doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And not necessarily even in hopes that it'll come back, but just
Yeah.
in hopes that the karma alone
But
Yeah.
guys,
will kind of set my own soul
we
free.
have white male privilege.
Yeah, for sure. I don't.
you
I think
forgotten?
I've got some kind of Hispanic.
Have you
I don't know, but-
forgotten? Yeah, no, I totally understand what you guys are saying. I see it all the time, right?
For
My
sure.
thing is it's either going to work or it's not, right? It's like you can't get hung up.
Yeah.
It's
It's like you can't even
hey,
like
50-50.
I've been trying to get back.
50-50.
I've been
You
trying to
can't
get
even-
back to that because that
Yeah.
was always my life, man.
Yeah, I just don't ever let-
I lost. I let friends come in and out of my life that I knew
I
weren't
just-
genuine or whatever. But
I just don't let shit get to. And it's like my thing is, it's like why let it get to you, right? The only person that's it's gonna eat you alive on the inside before whoever did it to you is gonna give a fuck about it, right?
yeah,
well, right.
So, but
It's
like
not
it's
even,
like,
but it's not even necessarily like
even
it's
like
me doing it to me.
But even that, like you're like, I'm not good enough. This, that. It's like, yeah, dude. But then you got to step back and you got to look like you're better off than 90% of the other. Like you have a place to live, right?
oh
You
yeah,
have people that love you. You have this. You have that. It's like you just got to step back and look and be like, yeah, dude, I'm doing all right. Like I'm doing good, right? I always look at it the way like I'm doing better than most people, right? Like, hey,
For sure.
I've got a roof over my head.
We all are.
I got a roof over my head. I eat every day. I do what I like.
Yeah.
I'm fortunate, right? Like,
Yeah,
I'm not living in a
100%.
tent.
Well, and I
I'm
think
not-
that's the back end of my conversation, or my point rather, is that perspective. I preach perspective,
Yeah.
right? And I always tell people, they'll say, "Well, how do you think that way when maybe there's this there?" And it's like, well, perspective, right? I'm not going to turn down any line of thought. I have to at least mull it over and try to see that point of view.
Sure.
That is how I live, and I will die by that sword. Yeah. I don't often let somebody come into my life. Obviously, there's egregious fucking lines of thought that don't make any sense, right?
Right.
But those things are hardlined by murder or pedophilia or something like. It's like I can't even be around somebody that's like, did you see that high school girl the other day? And it's like,
Right.
what the fuck is wrong with you?
It's
dude? I'll
like,
cut
Look
you
at
in
the
half.
shooter on that.
It's-
Yeah,
grid.
yeah.
exactly.
No,
When
shut
that shit,
the fuck
you
up.
shut
Right.
the fuck up.
Hey,
right?
hey.
But that perspective, I think, is a curse and a blessing because I've spent so much of my time thinking about perspective that when adverse things happen to me or load management becomes too much or I'm starting to stress and I can't figure out how to manage that stress, I think truly, this is where I think that it's an adverse perspective, truly, is that I think that my own thoughts or what I think I know are negatively affecting the way that I handle or do things.
Man, you get inside your head too much, dude.
Yeah, and that's it, right? Because even that line of thought is too much inside my own head. I used to live life, dude, just fucking one sock at a time.
Quarter mile at a time. Dude.
Quarter miles. I'm a
You can have any beer in the house.
Calm down,
As
Vin
long as it's a
Diesel.
fucking
Calm
crumb.
down, Vin.
Yeah, dude, it's like 1 in 3 people live next to a pedophile. Not me. I live next to 2 hot 13-year-olds.
What the fuck?
Have you not heard that before?
I have not heard
I
that
have
before.
not either.
Really?
That's a good one.
Yeah, he's like, man, it's like 1 in 3 people live next to a pedophile. Not me. I live next to 2 smoking hot 13-year-olds. I really don't. I live next to John.
Right.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
And Joseph.
And Josie and Chris, yeah.
Right.
John's pretty cool. Chris is cool. I don't see Josie much.
Yeah. I see
Yeah.
her all the time
Chris is cool.
at her hair salon.
Oh, yeah, it's right across
Across
from
street
me.
from my
Yeah,
house,
right
yeah.
across the street.
But
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I just
Live next to 2 smoking hot 13-year-olds, dude.
one thing I haven't done well in my life is I haven't figured out how to process all this shit.
Sure.
Hey,
So
you know there's a website? It's called like BetterHelp.
yeah.
So I don't know if you've heard of it. I watch a lot of streamers, right? Like Mr. Ballin. You ever watch him? So, dude, check him out. He tells
Mr.
like Mr. Ballin.
I
So
don't
he
know
was
why I
like
leaned to-
Mr. Ballin. So he was like he was a Navy SEAL for a while, right?
Okay.
But he like tells scary stories, kind of like true things that have happened, right? But he like he's a brilliant storyteller. He can tell the fuck out of a story.
Yeah.
But like they sponsor his stuff a lot. BetterHelp. But yeah, I think it's like an online service like you can get and like if because he said he used it or
I
whatever.
mean,
but
you can get therapy anywhere.
Sure.
But and I mean the
It- I mean, it
convenience
might be a little
of
different.
the convenience of online therapy is great.
yeah. And I don't know. I don't think I could ever do therapy.
what
I'd
is-
probably just sleep with my therapist.
What is the same, right?
I bet
Male
you
or
do.
male or
Well, yeah,
female
male
for
or
me.
female.
We're
I
I became friends with the first therapist I ever had.
So
And it-
what is a therapist?
The
Is it
rapist.
somebody that will listen to you? Is
So a
that it?
therapist is somebody with a pretty intense knowledge of
human psyche.
how
human
people think.
psyche.
Human psyche, yeah.
not a medical knowledge of the human side. That's the difference
Right,
between
that's
a
like-
therapist and a
And a
psychiatrist.
psychiatrist.
Yeah.
Right.
Have
A
you-
therapist is somebody that actively listens and gives you perspectives, sometimes perspectives that you don't want.
Right, for sure. And
You
that's
know?
that hard, hey, you got to eat this
It's
fucking
like you
pill.
gotta
Have you seen the Brothers Grimsby?
Oh, yeah.
Is a therapist. The rapist. No one boogers me, brother. Says therapist. Is the rapist. Yeah, dude. That movie cracks me up.
Guys, I got to do it. I got to break the seal.
All right.
Oh man, Brandon.
Yeah, I've been
break
holding
the
it for like
seal.
25 minutes. I'm just fucking pinching it over here.
Just go. Why are you leaving the room? Just go.
Yeah, dude. Didn't you diaper up? Didn't you diaper up before this, dude? Come on. Do you not read the rules?
I think it was bullshit. I don't think he had to pee at all. I think he's plugging Excavation Plus. I saw the back of his sweatshirt
Yeah.
on 2
Yeah,
cameras.
yeah, he just like-
on 2 cameras.
He's just pointing back, like, yeah, guys, I'll be right back
Yeah.
real quick.
Be right there.
Yeah. Excavation Plus. Who even is that, dude?
What's it like, man? To
What's
just
what like?
not have anything.
I mean, I don't know, because to me, it's just normal life, right? Like, I can't explain it.
Sure.
I just like my perspective, right? My
Do you
perspective.
deal with anxiety at all?
I mean, if I do, I just brush it off, right? Like if I start to feel kind of anxiety,
You actually just calm down?
yeah. I think about it. I'm just like, yeah, dude, nothing that I'm going to do right now is going to change anything. So just get over it.
Right. And
Like,
that's,
and not
that's
just
a
get
helpful
over it.
tool is to
Yeah, yeah.
understand that you can only control what you can control.
My thing, dude, is it's back to the life's too short, right? Like I don't want that to be a shackle on me, right?
Right.
Like I just want to live my life to like as far as I make it and however far that
Sure.
is, right? And I don't ever want to be hindered by something like that or like be shackled by something that's like, yeah, what if this, what if that already happened or whatever's going to happen it's going to happen this way, right? And I guess I'm fortunate because it's like everyone that they're like, yeah, you could fall in a pile of shit and smell like a rose, right? Like things just kind of fall in line for me. And I don't know if it's just like, I don't necessarily believe in a higher power, right? But I believe like everything comes full circle, right? So
Sure.
like if you put out good comes back. So, and it just always happens for me. Like anything that's ever needed to work out in my life somehow has just worked out, right? I don't know if I got like guardian angel, whatever it is, right? But everything has always worked out, right? Like whether it be like if I'm ever stressed about, and I get stressed sometimes, right? Like
Sure.
like
We all
man,
do.
it's like man, like whatever, like money or this or that, and it's like, and I don't actively try to do anything about it, and it just works out on its own somehow, and it just always happens every time, always, and I'm like whatever.
On that though,
No, I don't bank on it. Like I always have a plan. I always have a plan A,
I
right?
don't necessarily think banking on it's such a bad idea, but
Well, I mean, like I always have like a plan that I'm gonna do, but then magically something just swoops in, like plan fucking Z comes in and it's like, hey, it's already taken care of, and I'm like, holy fuck, I don't have to do any of this shit I've been planning for the last whatever.
isn't that weird?
Yeah, and it happens all the time, and I'm not and like, yeah, I don't know, I'm not gonna say I'm just lucky or whatever.
I feel like
but
that.
I mean, if there was a human on Earth that deserved a blessing, it would be you. So I appreciate that it comes like that for you, man. Honestly, it makes me happy
yeah.
to hear
I just wish everyone like I wish I could just
that
like
not everyone goes through some of this shit.
yeah. I wish I could just tell people
to be
right. I
honest.
wish I could just tell them like, hey, this is what you need to do, and you'll be fine, right?
Well, there's no. I mean, everybody's got a different blueprint.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Well,
everyone's- yeah.
if you want to do that though, Tyler, it is a commune, and at some point you put guru in front of me.
okay.
Yeah, guru
Okay.
me.
Okay. Guru,
I'd jump in that commune.
would you?
Probably.
Oh, I'd swim in that pond.
probably.
Dude, let's fucking buy some land. It's got to
Yeah.
have a little hut on it.
Little colonial.
It's got to have
house
a
of
little
some
hut.
kind,
It's got
wood
to have a
slat
little
floors.
hut.
Yeah.
That fucking windows right across from each other for a good cross breeze.
Oh yeah, for sure.
A shallow pond
sure.
for dipping
yeah.
our skinnies in.
Oh, 100%.
And,
All I think about is Wanderlust. You know, cut.
Yeah.
to-
Yeah, dude. Get that dick. Give me that dick.
don't give me. No, don't. No cut to what
Go
happened
get
here.
this dick.
Yeah.
Dick.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I'm fixing to fuck you.
Yeah.
Who is it? Catherine Hahn comes in the backside of that scene.
Yeah.
After old girl,
God,
the hot
dude.
chick gets freaked out.
Yeah.
She's like, "You gonna put that dick in my vag?"
In my vein.
She's funny. That's a funny lady.
Big fan of Paul Rudd too.
Yeah. Dude. You know
The
my favorite,
ageless one. You
my
want to talk
favorite
about a
movie is
man
with
that
him?
has figured out, has
You know-
it figured out?
you know my
is-
favorite movie
It's
with him
Paul
is-
Rudd.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Role models.
Oh my god.
Him and Stifler, dude.
Oh my god. Sean William Scott.
Sean William Scott.
Who's the kid in that? Oh, it's fucking. It's McLovin.
Yeah.
Is one of the kids
Yeah,
in it. Yeah.
yeah.
I can't remember. Christoph Mintz.
Yeah. Wait, what's his name in the thing?
God, I can't remember. It's a good
A
one.
Blumpkin.
Blumpkin.
Sir Blumpkin.
Sir Blumpkin.
Yeah, that's his,
Yeah.
that's his LARP name. Dude.
God, what a great
Sir
movie.
Blumpkin.
The fact that Paul Rudd,
What's the energy drink called?
Matador.
Centaur.
Centaur.
Minotaur.
That's what I was
dude.
gonna say. It's the funniest part about that whole movie is they
Yeah.
are reps.
They are reps for
Sean
energy
William-
drink.
Yeah, Stifler is the mascot,
All right, I
and
gotta
Paul
pee
Rudd is
too.
the salesman for.
Yeah, dude.
We could have palled that up, and we didn't go.
Yeah, dude.
together.
We can sword fight. I mean, I'd be like me. I'd be like bringing a dagger to a sword fight, but I'd try.
Oh, dude, no, that would be two dueling daggers.
You know what's bullshit? Now, since you've done that, I have to tell the story of when we actually did that
Do it. When did we do it?
at the garage.
We did.
Yes.
The garage has very.
It was
poor
your idea.
amenities for bathrooms.
I can't remember what this was. I want to say, God, it was a big party night in town.
Sure.
And
Let's go Turkey Night, St. Patty's, whatever.
yeah, I can't remember what it was though. God, I can't remember what it was, but it was a big party night in town. I was, for what whatever reason, I'm trying to remember where my wife was because my wife was not with me.
Okay.
But either way, we end up at the garage
Sure.
and I go to the restroom. When I go to the restroom, Tyler follows me in. I'm like, all right, man, cool. See you in a few. I go to shut the stall door. Nope.
Yeah.
He's like, we're in this together, brother. I'm like, we don't have to. I'm sober. I'm sober, Brant.
We don't have to do this.
This isn't necessary. Oh, it's happening. And by God, we both peed in that toilet right there.
That's a beautiful thing, though. That's male companionship without a sexual undertone or innuendo.
You don't know that it wasn't sexual.
Hey, man.
We haven't talked to Tyler.
No judgment. Oh, no. If Tyler was involved here, there's
Right,
definitely
right.
sexual undertone. I had a buddy back in high school, and he's a park ranger, rather, in the Bridger Teton National Forest. Got to get that accurate now. But high school and college, and our shtick at parties when we started drinking and had driver's licenses all the way through college was to walk off into an outdoor setting together, and we would place our respective hands on each other's pelvises while we peed. And people, from the back, we'd keep a nice 6-8 inches between us so you could clearly see that our arms were toward each other's genitals. And that was our shtick. And everybody was like, oh my God, look at those guys. They're holding each other's penises.
Yeah, dude.
And we'd be like, get up in here. We'll make this a trifecta. And nobody ever joined, which was weird.
I would have.
I threw him
would've.
off kilter one time when
I would have.
I threw him off kilter. I know you would. I know you would too.
yeah.
You would
God
too,
damn it.
Sean.
God damn it.
I threw him
Why
off.
Why am I this person?
Because good times are good times.
Good times are good times.
Yeah, because
Good
it'd be
times.
You
funny.
cannot go back and
Yeah.
remake memories that you fucking failed to make.
No.
You can't fucking do it.
No, you
Nope.
can't.
You can't.
Because saying, hey, man, I wish we would have, that sucks.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regret? Ugh.
I think
Yeah.
to tie up that
I don't have many I wish I would have stories. 'Cause I used to just do it, right?
Right. Well, that's what I was going to. I think to tie up that whole potential male depression, the way that we handle ourselves, is that just doing it, just going
Yeah, just
about
go do it. Do whatever you want.
I'm trying to turn that leaf back over. I'm trying to get back to old Brant.
It's so weird because, man, on the surface, I have this great life.
Yeah.
I
It's that smile, dude. It's because
Married-
you're a happy guy in
married to
public.
my woman.
Yeah.
That's my girl.
Yeah.
Love her.
Absolutely.
Love her so much.
Sure.
She gave me the best gift I've ever gotten.
Mhm.
This perfect 13-year-old girl
Yeah. Fatherhood, man.
that I get to I get to
Mentor.
call mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
And I'm just like over here, like, and I don't want to call it fight or flight. It's not fight or flight, but it's like,
Turtle shell.
it's DEFCON fucking 2.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not all the way to DEFCON 1 yet,
Yeah.
but it's fucking DEFCON 2 where it's like, you gotta fucking figure it out. To
Yeah.
financially support everything, you gotta figure this shit out.
Yeah.
And to do that, like, all I've done is work as much as I possibly can, and then I fucking DoorDash at night.
Right.
And then I'm like, oh my God, I've stopped doing anything I enjoy doing because I'm just like,
Working the whole time.
we have to do all this stuff, and I gotta make it happen.
Yeah.
And it's just it's a constant state of stress over, can I make it happen? Can I make it happen? There's stuff to do at home. God, there's stuff to do at home. But I'm out here.
Yeah.
I got shit to do out here. But should I be out here, or should I just fucking sell this whole operation and be there? Like,
The problem with quitting is that the likelihood of getting back into anything, right? And I'm not talking about you running the pod or being the pod guy. You're the podcast guy.
I wanted this to be the thing that I did.
Yeah.
And
you have
now I just
successfully.
want to be a good dad.
Oh, dude. I think that your mental well-being plays so heavily into being a good dad,
Oh yeah.
and that doing this and enjoying this plays heavily into your mental well-being, right? So that's a dual-edged sword. For you to be happy is trying to find that fucking balance, which is a problem, dude. That's a problem.
That's like, yeah. I mean, Amelia's only 6 months old, right? So like,
Yeah.
she doesn't really understand anything. But like every night, same thing. I lay her down, read her a book,
Yes.
watch some Tacoma, watch a TV show, right?
Yeah.
Like I'll prop her up, watch something with her. But like, I can't wait till she's old enough, right? Like,
Yeah.
so I just want to like, and even if we're not on the same page at some point, right? Like whatever she does, like, say she like plays Animal Crossing or does something. Like, I'm just going to do it with her once, right?
do whatever she
I'm
wants
just going
to
to keep doing it. I'm just going to be like, hey,
And I think that's
I
the-
see you're playing Animal Crossing, and I'll make a character and I'll play
Sure.
or whatever, and be like, yeah, dude, look, this is like something we can relate with, right?
Absolutely.
But it's
I
like-
think that's the blueprint.
Yeah,
It really
yeah, and I
is.
think I'm just going to like
Well,
whatever
that's-
she's into. I'm just going to let her kind of pave her own
That's
way.
why, and I know that you have a good job and you're doing fine. But where you're at 30 years old, with a 6-month-old, that's kind of where. When it hit me, it was. I had a child in 2018, right?
Yeah,
In 2018, I was actively planning to build this home, and was living a life where I had been told by a physician, medically, I would never ever have children, and that was a part of my relationship. Not necessarily my issue, but I had been told that you're never going to have children. My wife and I, not wife at the time, my girlfriend and I had been together for 8 years at the time. We're living life as this, boyfriend, girlfriend couple. We owned a house together. We were having the time of our life, and then all of a sudden it's on its head.
yeah,
And not necessarily because having a kid wasn't the greatest fucking thing that could have ever happened, because it was. My oldest daughter's the coolest fucking kid on the planet.
yeah, dude.
She is, right? I don't care how cool anybody else's kid is. I don't care if somebody could spin a dish on a fucking chopstick.
Yeah.
With F5.
same.
My kid's way cooler.
Oh, yeah.
That's just
Yeah,
how,
'cause
that's how,
she's
that's how it
yours,
goes,
dude.
right? That's mine.
That's
And that's my best good buddy on the on the whole world, on the whole planet. She's my best good buddy.
Yeah.
She really is.
That's like
But with that, building this house, having a career, maintaining a relationship with your spouse, being a father, that is when I went from Tyler Me. I went from the Tyler Me version of Brant to exactly what you said. And it all resonates.
Dude,
How do I, can I,
Yeah.
do I keep it on the tracks? Does the train get off the tracks and somehow I steer it back on?
Am I allowed to chase the things that I still want
Are
for
my
my
ambitions
life?
still valid, right?
Yes.
Well,
God damn it. Yes.
We've talked about it 2 or 3 times in this podcast, me being a fowl hunter.
yeah,
You know what Brant Miracle did last waterfowl season?
nothing. Built a
I
house.
hunted one fucking time.
Really?
Yeah, one time.
See, that's like
I'm a 90-day a year guy.
yeah.
I
That's,
hunt. I
that's,
live
That's like
for
and
the
I
field.
like I get what you
That's
guys are
me.
talking about, right? I get what you guys are talking about.
I gave that up.
But for me, it's like I don't feel like I'm gonna change it all, right?
Dude, I feel like
I'm just
you're gonna
gonna
handle
kinda-
it with grace.
I'm just
truly.
gonna kind of bring her in, right? Because I want her to be me, right?
Yeah.
Or Allie, right? I want her to just be like
a beautiful mix of the two.
I just want her to like be me, right? Like I want her to just be able to take something on the chin and just keep rolling
Keep
or whatever.
rocking.
Just roll with hit the ground running every time, right?
Yeah.
Something gets in your way,
You know what?
you just go around and find a new way.
Do you want to know something that might scare you a little bit?
What's that?
Is that adds to that stress.
Yeah.
Is wanting that child to be something. So
See,
don't.
and I want her to be her, right? I don't want her to be.
Absolutely.
I
You
don't.
want
I
her to
don't
be
have
your
any
own
specific
kid.
path that I want her to take.
But there's so much pressure placed on a father,
Yeah.
right? From a social standpoint, from a pop culture standpoint, everything we've seen growing up is your kids will act how you treat them. Right?
Yeah.
They will
but
grow
the
and
kids
become
are
their
the
own personality based on how they were raised. That's
kids
all
are a
we know. That's
reflection
what
of the
gets
parents, right?
That's what gets shoved down our throats. 24/7.
Which is weird because neither
from
of
the
my
time we're
parents,
born.
neither of my parents are really in my life. Like I don't have a good relationship.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I have a good relationship with my parents, but not
Yeah.
right. Like I see my dad and mom both probably 5 times a year, maybe.
Yeah, so I don't see my dad hardly ever at all.
Yeah.
And my dad wasn't in my life a whole lot at all.
Yeah.
He lived with my mother and I for like 6 years
Yeah.
of my 33.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about all that is I was just talking to my dad the other day because now he's an older gentleman, right? And he obviously you get faced with your mortality at some point.
Oh yeah.
So he calls me often nowadays. So at least once a week. And he was just saying the other day something about this or that or this or that. And he has his demons. He's made his mistakes. I don't think he's the greatest dude on the planet, but he's still my father. So, and there's been another part of that having kids. I'm not going to void that relationship that he may want to have. I'll never be a reason that somebody says, "Well, Brant wouldn't let his kids be around this
Yeah,
guy."
yeah.
I'm not going to do that. He's not like a fucking
Yeah.
serial killer or
Yeah,
a
yeah.
fucking pedophile or anything like that. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
In his own right. He just wasn't a good dad.
Yeah.
And he
And
was-
my
he
dad
was
tried to
saying-
be right. He worked 12 hours a fucking day,
Right.
which is not who I want to be.
Right. My dad told me the other day, I've always told him, me and you were buddies. We were never father-son, we were buddies. But we were talking the other day, and I said, I will tell you this, because the one thing that my father, anytime I was around him, instilled in me was work, right? if you have a goal, nobody's going to give it to you.
Nobody.
Now, I 100% believe in what you were saying because I've had that same mentality. I'm going to work my ass off, and something will come into fruition based on that.
Yeah.
Whether it's fucking just, and don't believe in a higher power myself, but
That's why I said
divine
yeah.
intervention of some kind. What is the divine
Dude,
intervention?
you know
Is
what?
it the cosmos?
You know
Is it
what?
fucking-
You know what
Is
I-
it the most interesting man in the world?
Yeah. You know what I relate
Officially.
religion to the most?
Might be.
Like, to me, what I relate religion to the most, right, is the Force from fucking Star Wars.
Yeah.
Right? It's
sure.
it's like
Feeling.
there's feeling. There's something else. There's something else out there. Maybe watching over yourself. Like, it's not a fucking man in the sky that snapped his fingers and created.
No.
But you also have to wonder.
God was never going to be
Well,
a man in the sky.
But you always have to wonder. Like, they're like, oh yeah, Big Bang. Like what was before that? Right?
Sure.
Like, what was before that? There had to there couldn't have just been a boom and everything just came about. Right? What was before that? What was like?
Well, the universe is told to be eternal.
Well, it's ever expanding, right? But that's what I'm saying.
Well, eternal has no beginning or end.
Yeah, and that's weird,
Right.
right? Like, how the fuck does that happen,
Well,
right?
they
That
keep-
blows my mind. That's the thing that blows my mind the most.
They keep backing up the Big Bang as well, right? Or was the Big Bang a cataclysmic event caused by another Big Bang, which preceded it by trillions of years?
Yeah.
Right? Bop, 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 bop. We'll never.
I
fucking
can't
know.
even
We will
fathom that.
never.
What if
fucking
we're
know
all
that.
just in a TV show right now?
I like that. I
They
like-
just like aliens just created us as like their funniness, like that, just to have like a fucking sitcom.
Yeah.
And then like that's why they keep visiting. They're like,
South
we
Park.
gotta go.
South Park.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
South
yeah.
Park. We're South
Got a
Park.
big satellite in my ass right now.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
You ever taken a giant dump and get it sucked back inside you?
I've never believed
That's
this.
episode 1, isn't it?
Yeah,
Of South
episode,
Park?
dude. Yeah,
The
episode one.
remastered version of that is classic.
Episode 1. Yeah, even the original one, dude. Like the fucking voices sound like ass. Like
So
it all
good.
just sucks.
So good.
Yeah, you see they opened Casa Bonita?
Check this out.
So Trey and Matt, or Trey
Bought it.
Stone and Matt Parker actually fucking bought Casa
They bought
Bonita.
it and redid it.
Pissed off. I was in Denver a month before the grand opening.
What?
In Denver a month before the grand opening.
I want to celebrate one of my birthdays there.
Check this out. I'll put
You
it
let
up.
me know when that happens. I will 100%.
It,
I'll hop on that
maybe
train.
next year, dude. 33.
Let's go.
I've never believed we were in a simulation more than I do now.
Sim, we're in the
And-
sim.
and
Have
I'll
you ever
show
seen your
why.
neighbor
Listen.
carrying groceries?
I'll show you why. Check this out.
I have not. Can't watch it.
It looks like
There was a little person.
it looks like a mini village,
A diorama.
Uh-huh.
but it's wild because it looks like this, like
It's
weird-
a diorama.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's so strange, but
It's a Christmas village, obviously not Christmas themed, but
right.
you know, that's when you went over to that one crazy aunt or your grandma or whoever had that whole Christmas village set
But
up.
there's
That-
people walking around.
Ornate.
But there's people walking around.
There is an episode of
Yeah. Photoshop, dude. You can't believe anything you see online these days.
Oh, AI is fucking out of control.
AI is
Out
fucked
of
up.
control.
Out of control.
Remember,
The
DC
deep
Taylor Swift had to
fakes.
fucking cease and desist all those nudes that people AI generated of her.
Did she really?
Yeah. Oh my god, I saw a meme the other day. It said Taylor Swift going to get a glass of water in the middle of the night, and it was a private jet crashed into a kitchen.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's so good. I love
dude,
that
it's
one.
fucking
That's so good.
It's so good.
I nearly bought. Excuse me, guys. Through the Super Bowl run, there were so many like sweaters, sublimated sweaters that came out of like the total tally of the fuel that she spent in private jet flights over the course of a year.
Yeah,
And it's just like, wow. And then there was one that was Dog the Bounty Hunter, but it said Taylor Swift.
dude. No,
underneath it.
listen to this.
That's a good one.
Listen to this, dude. Dog the Bounty Hunter was in Allie's hometown in Michigan, right? Little bitty town in Michigan, like 2 weeks ago, right?
No kidding.
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago. And they went into like the place
Is
where
he
we.
still alive? Dog?
Yeah. No, they were in Michigan. They were bounty hunting like 8 people in Michigan from her hometown where they live, right?
Okay.
So, Dog the Bounty Hunter was there, and her dad got a part-time job kind of. They needed help at the sports shop. The Rustic is what it's called.
Gotcha.
So the sports shop, and that's where like we go. That's where, like we go up there. That's where we go get our hunting license.
You're gonna
and
go
all
buy
that
your
shit.
license.
That's what we do all. It's,
deer,
and
all
it's
that
right
shit.
by her dad's house, right? So they came in there asking questions, and they're like, "Oh my god, Dog the Bounty Hunter!" Right? And they gave me a sign. It's a banner. It says "Welcome Hunters." It's a Bush Light sign. Welcome Hunters, like big banner, right? And they told me I could have it. I said, "Get Dog to sign that
Get
fucking thing."
Dog
They
to-
couldn't do it, dude. Like
Ah.
look, he was already gone, and he was supposed to come back and take pictures with them and stuff. But I don't think he ever showed up.
Yeah,
or
fair.
or whatever.
Well, it's
but
Dog the Bounty Hunter, right?
yeah,
It's busy.
but I'm like, could you
Busy
imagine,
guy.
dude? Could you imagine? I have
If
a
you had
bush
a
light.
Busch
I have
Light
a
sign,
Welcome Hunters bush light.
It's
thing.
probably in that fall-esque they do.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like the
yep,
can thing,
yep.
but it's that.
Yep.
That
Yep.
calligraphy
And
or
it's
whatever.
fucking camo bush light can, all of
Oh,
it said
my
it.
God.
But, and just have a like, hey, notice that
falls
little,
right back to South Park. Every
Notice that
time I
little
hear
black
it.
smudge, dude.
yeah.
That's Dog the Bounty Hunter.
I'm not trying to brag.
Yeah, dude. I ain't fucking trying
But
to
I do
brag,
want
man.
you to know when you're in here.
Yeah,
that's
I thought that was fucking cool though, dude.
that is cool. God, that's so cool.
Dog.
Speaking of Michigan,
Well, that's the kind of celebrities I want to meet.
I think we're gonna go up there in the next couple weeks, probably
You hit the new Indian casino while you're up there?
with a new one.
Any of them?
Oh,
One
did
that
we
you
go to
haven't
the,
been
we
to
go
yet.
to the Soaring Eagle, dude. I'm part
I've
of the
got a
tribe
chip
now.
from there already.
I'm part of the tribe now. You want me to go to a different one?
I heard the.
if you
I can
want
go.
to.
I can go to Blazing Saddles or some shit like that. I don't know what it's called. It's in Battle Creek. It's
I don't know. Battle Creek, is that the area?
yeah. Well,
Ish.
no. That's so she's from north of Grand Rapids,
Okay, gotcha.
but we had to go through kind
Other
of
side
through
the
Battle
lake,
Creek.
Other side of the lake, right?
It's like
From like Detroit and shit.
where?
Battle Creek.
Where's the thumb at? I don't know. It's like over here somewhere.
Yeah. So Detroit.
Because
area,
Detroit's like down here,
I'm real-
right?
yeah. I'm
Yeah.
real
So it's like
familiar
over
with-
here.
Yeah, it's on the other side of the lake. Well,
Yeah.
the thumb of the lake. Yeah.
Yeah. It's on Michigan.
I have a deep hatred for Michigan as an Ohio State fan, but the
See?
state itself.
It's beautiful, dude.
Oh,
Every time we go up there, it's like
that's
it's,
God's country.
Yeah, dude, it's a beautiful place. Her dad got a black bear was it last year? Gave us some black bear summer sausage, dude. I don't know if you
How
ever
was it?
eaten, dude. Fucking,
had-
it was fucking amazing.
I've had
dude.
black bear about any way you can cook it.
It is fucking amazing. Yeah,
And-
and it's like I didn't know like Steven Ranella. You watch him?
Oh yeah,
so,
meat
so
eater, man.
yeah, so like trichinosis. I didn't know anything about
Trichinosis is a real
trichinosis.
thing.
Right, like that was the
Yeah.
first bear I've ever eaten. It was
Big bear
fucking
stuff.
great, dude.
Oh,
It's fucking
so
great.
good. So good.
But yeah, Allie's dad. That's the one I showed you that caught that fucking hog ass walleye.
Dude,
That's-
stringer of
Full of. So that's who takes me fishing every time, right? And this past year, so like I do catering and stuff on the side, right?
Yeah.
But I
Sous
think
chef.
I'm
I
I think
said
I'm
that,
gonna
I
not
think.
do that anymore. Like the catering side, because I got a new gig that's
Okay.
like way better than that.
What do you got?
So the Forge downtown wants
Yeah.
me to do a dinner service once a month, like the third Friday of every month. Do like a dinner service or like do like a Sunday brunch out on their balcony and stuff.
Yeah, where you set the menu.
Yeah. So I think I'm just gonna do that instead of catering for people. Just
like
just
that.
focus on the Forge, right? Because it's fun, right? And it's like
Good call.
I have a space. Like I'm not
It gives you
doing this.
it gives
and that.
you an area to let that creativity.
Oh, dude.
run.
Yeah. So
wild game menu. That's where we're
I
going,
do
right?
whatever. Yeah. So there's a website where I can order wild game. That's like it's farm raised wild. It's not wild game. It's farm raised.
Sure,
but I think I'm
but
gonna do.
it's-
I think I'm gonna do like something like that, right? Like I'm gonna do menus like.
There's a hard one.
Like
There's a
good
hard
stuff.
one because that's why, and that's why. I mean, we could Google it, but I bet there aren't but one or two actual public entry restaurants on the planet
Yeah.
that will serve any kind of bear meat.
Yeah.
And
Nikki,
that's
I'm good.
based entirely on trichinosis.
Yeah, trichinosis. No, so yeah, dude. But that's why that's my new kind of side thing is because I just had a meeting with him then, and next weekend, the 29th, the Friday is that a Friday, the 29th?
Friday is the 29th.
I'm gonna do a small thing in there, just like kind of a friends kind of thing, friends family sort of thing, like do a what I don't know, soft opening,
like a soft opening.
But
Really?
then,
What is that, a by invite thing?
yeah. So I
What's
need I need to see how many people they have coming. We're gonna try to keep it like below 60.
Sure.
But I have to see how many people they have coming because I told them just to invite however, and I can fill some gaps, right? So once they tell me that, then I'm just gonna fill in some.
Makes sense.
But
Makes sense. That's very exciting, dude. Good
and
for
they
you.
want
Yeah, nice.
like yeah. So we're gonna do it, and like a dinner seating is gonna be very limited, right? It's gonna be like 30 to 40 people max. So it's
as
gonna
it should be.
yeah. So it's gonna and,
Yeah.
and it's I want to keep it small because I want to be able to give people the best experience they can have, right?
Yeah.
But and so it's gonna be one of those things. It's like sometimes people might not be able to get in,
Yeah.
and it's not that I don't want them to get in. It's just it's like first come first serve, and I feel
Yeah.
like it's gonna go pretty quick just because a lot of my friends like they're like tell me as soon as it comes open, right? And like they roll like 10, 12 deep, so like
Oh,
they're
for
gonna
sure.
they're just gonna take it instantly.
Sure.
But
That's, and
Yeah,
that's,
once
that's
that-
phenomenal. Have you guys fleshed out like how that works? If you're going to be the chef in that deal, are you going to have staff? people are going to be helping you, right? Because
So
you can't cook for 30
yeah,
or 40 by
so
yourself.
so I'm gonna have a small
unless
team.
you're barbecuing, right?
I'm gonna
That's
have
not
like
the thing,
I'm
so.
gonna have like a small team, right?
Team
Yeah.
chop chop.
Yep. So I'm gonna have like a small team and
Team chop chop.
and work that way. So Forkable actually has a liquor license. They sell the liquor, right? So
Cool.
they're gonna have like and I don't know if they have like a bartender or if I'm gonna need to find a bartender.
bartender.
I know a lot of people that can bartend, but so basically the bartender would make. I don't know, like the forge makes the money off the liquor. The bartender makes some of that money or whatever. But they like every time I've been doing an event and the bartender throws a tip jar out, that motherfucker is just full, right?
Yeah, it gets hit. Yeah.
Because it's not like they're selling their fucking shit for expensive, but it's like people when they buy a beer at a bar, and there's a tip jar, they're like, oh, I'll throw a tip in there. Like even if they throw $1 every
Well, it's that
time,
loose change shit,
Yeah.
right? Like
Even
I'm gonna
if they'll
throw a
$1
$5
time.
down, it's a
and then
it's a $4.50.
I'll make
50
money
cents
off the food, obviously.
Cool.
And then
Cool.
I'm gonna give some to the house, right? Like
Yeah.
they have all the overhead and all that, and they like we were talking about it, and I told them I'm like, you guys need a percentage of this, right? Like I don't need to make all the money off the food. Like I need to make mine, and then you guys can have a percentage of the profits because this is your house, like this is your overhead, right?
Yep.
But yeah, once all that comes out, you guys are gonna see stuff on Facebook. So
Nice.
I look forward to that, man. Yeah,
But-
I would definitely. I
and
would
like
partake in
Sunday
that.
brunch, dude. Like
Yeah,
it'll be
fuck.
like whatever. Buy a $20 ticket because like everything we do there has to be like events, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be like a brunch. So 20 people, right?
Yeah.
20 people can get tickets and they can come sit on the balcony and I'll set up like a little brunch buffet. Maybe they'll do like a mimosa flight and shit. And like you just sit out on their balcony and just enjoy the fucking spring Sunday
Phenomenal.
morning, dude.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
A lot of big changes coming to that downtown area, though. You
Yeah,
know? With the Riverfront project moving forward, and they've allocated.
That's
the
gonna
funds
be
for
cool,
that.
dude. That's gonna be cool.
Yeah, it is gonna be cool. That's a whole bag of worms I won't get into, but from
Yeah.
a hydrological standpoint, I've done a lot of research on that too, and I don't really think that. The Corps of Engineers, the Army Corps of Engineers, had a lot of reservation for a few years there
Yep.
for a reason.
Yeah.
But
I
things
may
get-
have done my own homework on that project
Yeah.
as a candidate for mayor.
Yeah,
I just think it's gonna look cool, right?
Oh,
I'm
it's
not-
gonna.
I'm
look
not a horologist or
phenomenal.
whatever.
I think that.
But that's
it's
all-
a
see-
ornithologist.
We can talk. We can
So
talk
was
a
my
little
mom,
bit
but you
about
didn't
it.
hear her crowing about it.
Right. So
Oh shit. dude.
so when I would talk about that when I was running for mayor,
Yeah.
I had said the aesthetics of the project were great.
Great,
Um,
beautiful.
There's two things they need done. They need to shore up that shoreline so that they don't expose that old landfill,
Correct.
and they
Yep.
need to get the Lowhead Dam out.
Yeah. And the low heads are going.
Once they
That's,
get the,
that
once
is
they get the
happening.
Lowhead out,
Yeah.
they've got to figure out how to get water to Mill Race Park.
Yeah. That is a lot of people aren't seeing that.
Right.
So
They've got to figure out how to get water to Mill Race Park. But beyond the things that need done, after that, the only thing that's necessary is the aesthetics. You want to connect the trail
Sure.
and make it aesthetically look good. That's
Absolutely.
fine. The recreational side of it is the part that I hated.
Yeah.
I hated the recreational side of it.
Yep.
And
What's
I
that?
hated, they wanted kayaking, a whole big fucking thing in the middle of the river.
Yeah, it's
like,
a big deal where
Yeah.
because they're planning on putting in like a Dubai looking almost Palm Spring of
Yeah.
fucking massive.
yeah, a lot of
massive
concrete.
lime boulders and
Yeah,
concrete.
the thing
based
that
stuff
sucks
and-
about that area is
Yeah.
like I know that's a little further down, but like in Mill Race, like where the two rivers come together, that's always a dangerous area. Dude.
Driftwood
Like,
and Flat Rock. Well,
you-
it's
Well, a lot of it
it's a
has to
constant
do-
eddy, right?
Well,
it's
and
two,
you-
it's two bodies of water rolling
and you,
into it.
yeah, and you don't want people kayaking in that shit. But I mean,
No.
down below the
Well,
dam,
and
like,
you can because surface tension is different than what's going on underneath.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
if you run through a swirl, your surface tension is going to keep you up.
yeah, but
So
you
if you're
got
not
but
fucking around there, you keep
you-
moving. The problem is
you,
like,
you have people fucking around though.
people fuck around.
they
That's what
fuck
I do.
around, dude, and then
Well,
they find
so-
out.
So the low head
The hard way.
Oh God, yeah.
find out the
and-
bad
Removing
way.
the Lowhead will take a lot of that away,
Well,
too.
guess
though.
who doesn't give a shit? Mother Nature.
No,
Mama River doesn't
Don't give a
fuck who you are or
fuck,
what
dude.
your level of fuck around is.
Right.
They don't care.
no, don't give a
Edinburgh
fuck.
Lowhead recently blew out. This was June, July, August. Somebody might eat me up on that. I don't know.
Yep.
But last year, Edinburgh Lowhead blew out. Okay. You drive on 252 over that river in Edinburgh.
Yep.
It doesn't even resemble nearly what it has looked
The
like
Big Blue. Is
all 30 of my life.
that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it's driftwood there.
Like right below Buffalo Bob's?
What is it? Blue and sugar make the driftwood.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's driftwood right there at 252 in Edinburgh.
Yeah. you ever been like right below Buffalo Bob's there, like that big water, like that little spillway waterfall thing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Yep.
I do.
Buffalo. Is that still Buffalo Bob's?
Maybe.
It's never been Buffalo Bob's, but it's like Bob's Bait.
Bob's Bait and Tackle.
But I always call it Buffalo Bob's.
Gentry's Bait and Tackle.
Is that what it is now?
It's Bob's Bait and Tackle. It's what's always been, but Gentry's have always done it my whole life. But Buffalo Bob's, yeah.
Yeah, I call it Buffalo Bob because
Yeah.
hey, I heard that Buffalo Bob guy shoved a road
Oh,
flare.
road flare, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Oh, Buffalo Bob.
But the plan is for that dam to go away, the 2nd Street Dam to go away, and then there is actually a low head that's in the lagoon.
Really?
On up Flat Rock. Yeah, just up Washington Street. There's a low head there as well that goes away.
So the one on 2nd Street that when I was a kid, right? That thing was always just like looked like a
Rolling
small
pretty
waterfall.
good, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Well,
but now it's all on the right side, just kind of goes
Yeah,
around.
so the southwest end of it blew out. And,
Oh, that's what
and
happened?
Yeah, and so no longer, unless the river's up, does it
It flow over the whole thing.
But even at normal flow, it doesn't crest
Yeah,
the
yeah,
actual
yeah,
low
yeah.
head. But then
Right.
Roxy's Dam down in Rockford, that's also going to go away. Well, that Roxy's Dam in Rockford is a 12 or 15 foot dam. It's still considered low head because it's at normal flow.
Right.
And that was always a natural, not a waterfall, but a cascade. And they decided to shore it up with concrete. So when Roxy's goes away down in Rockford, what holds water in the White River where our East Fork, where Driftwood and Flat Rock come together? It's a can of worms I don't even want to get into, but I can
It's
tell
rough.
you this: if Roxy's Dam goes away, all of that effort there, and I think it's by design, truly, all of that effort there to get this redesigned for the Columbus, Indiana. We're not fucking Cincinnati.
Right.
We're not Evansville.
yeah.
We're not Louisville, right? We're not talking about the Ohio. We're not talking about something that has a GPM that we can't fathom.
Right.
We're talking about the White River,
Yeah.
which literally
It's like a
the East
glorified
Fork,
creek, dude.
It is a glorified creek. The East
Glorified
Fork
creek.
of the White River joins exactly 600 yards from where they want to do this redesign. The flow, it's not there, and the Corps pushed and pushed and pushed, but at the end of the day, big money wins.
And
that
removing
battle,
all these
so-
dams is
Big money
only-
wins every time, dude.
It's going to drop the water level. I think
Holds
the water
water
level is
back,
expected
right?
to drop 6 feet.
6 feet.
Right.
Our normal flow is like 1.5
Right.
Yeah.
with all these low head dams over surface.
So what's that going to do to like businesses
it
like Blues Canoes
What's it do to wells up and down the river
Or that.
in Bartholomew County?
or irrigation? That's what
What's
a lot
it-
of people pump out of it.
What's it do to irrigation?
Right.
Yeah.
What is the irrigation that has to be driven deeper due to the wells that people depend on up and down?
Yeah.
that
What's
river?
it do to
What's
the
it do to the water?
ecosystem?
What's it do to the ecosystem?
Dude,
Well,
if
that's
I
why the
can't
Corps
go
had these
catch me
reserv-
some motherfucking smallmouths in there, dude. You know how mad I'm
Well,
gonna
you
be?
will for a couple of years when they pocket real hard. And
That's
then
it.
after that, the
They'll be
river
gone.
quit pocketing.
They'll be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I think it's a poor design, and I think it's delusions of grandeur a little bit. And I've gone at it with a couple of councilmen, one in particular, a few times.
Big
but,
money
Which
wins.
one?
but
Big money wins, dude.
but it's
Mon-
beautiful.
money
Like you
wins
said,
everything.
a 3D rendering of that thing.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
3D renderings, man.
Looks good.
But
Fucking
let's
great.
not forget. Oh God, I'm not running for mayor anymore. It doesn't matter.
Not right now.
But
Anyway,
like, let's
Dude,
not
those
forget.
slippers are badass.
Let's not forget the cost.
they are nice. 7? No. Yeah, 7. 7.5.
Last I was told, it was up pushing 15.
So 7.5 was the allocated funds prior to COVID, prior to the Corps saying, "Hey, we're going to have to actually do a legitimate hydrology study on this thing. We're going to bring in a lot of experts. We're going to bring in this person to do their own separate study of us, so that we're not a biased study,
Right.
And we'll see how these things come together, right?" So I want to say some university, which specializes in hydraulic flow, was involved, and I can't remember if it was like Miss State or.
I can't remember either.
I can't either, but it was it was a pretty renowned university that deals in tributary dispersal. Period. Right.
Yeah.
Very good at it. I think the Corps did the right thing there. I just hate that it's politics at the end of the day, right? Everything rolls back to what? Big money.
Dude, money
But I
literally
loved-
wins it. Like, if people think that money doesn't rule the world, they're delusional. Look at the fucking Boeing whistleblower that just
Oh, yeah.
unalived himself, dude.
Yeah, he unalived himself, man.
He unalived himself.
Yeah.
He
Suicided
didn't
himself.
unalive himself. Someone unalived him for him.
Oh, 100%.
That made him look like himself.
crazy.
And if you don't believe
We live in a
that,
bad world.
like if you don't believe that he didn't shoot himself, then you're delusional.
Yeah. No, that guy 100%
Yeah.
unalived himself with a gun
Yep.
3 or 4 times
Yep.
in the face.
Yep. Right in the chest. Right in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Right in everywhere.
Well, he started with the chest, then went to the back. No, he started with the back of the head, then went to the chest.
Yeah, yeah.
I think that's what. I think that's
So, but yeah, if people believe that he actually did that, they're delusional, right? And it was just coincidence. After he testified against Boeing, it happened, right? Yeah, right, dude. We're not dumb. Big money.
yeah. Industrial war complex. That's it.
I mean, Boeing's a huge defense contractor, right? They can't
Industrial
afford all
war
that.
complex,
They
yeah.
can't afford all that. Yeah, nuts, dude. Nuts.
It is nuts. It's a crazy place, crazy time to live.
My boss is like, "Hey, look, if anything ever happens, I never killed myself." I'm like, all right, dude. That's what he said. I'm like, all right, dude. I'm like, that's what he said. I'm like, all right, whatever, dude.
It's funny you say that. The Boeing guy was on record saying that
Yeah.
several times. If anything ever
So
happens to me,
some
trust
lady,
me, I
some
never
lady,
killed
like
myself.
I saw it on like some news thing, right?
Yeah.
Some lady called in that was like one of like his best friends, and he was like, "Hey, I'm getting a lot of heat from this, whatever." He's like, "Whatever they say in the news, right? Just know that I would never do this."
Never.
Yep. And
He
then
said that several times.
Yeah, a bunch, and it's
Yeah,
like on
I think
like
he-
it's
he-
on record. Him
Yeah, he
saying,
took like 5 or 6 of his close friends. That
I got to
knew
get
him
on
well
TikTok and see about this. Watch more videos about
have you
this.
heard about it?
God, dude.
I've heard a little bit about it. It was a lot of heat over the Max 8s, right? And the safety protocols.
So it was
Yeah.
it was safety in general, right?
Safety
He
in
was-
general.
yeah, over the last 30 years, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
Actually, it was after their acquisition in the 90s,
Yeah,
I think.
so he was a 28-year employee or
Yeah.
something like that.
So
and
they had an
was a
acquisition.
director way back in the 90s.
They got bought out in the 90s, and he said
Yeah.
after that it came to basically quantity, not quality, right? So
Right.
like they put quality second and wanted money for all they cared about was stock price.
Well, it's crazy. Like he would even come out and say it got to a point where it was saying, "Hey, we know we're sending a faulty plane up in the air with 200 souls on it, and it is a don't ask, don't tell policy."
Yeah,
quite literally.
yeah, and he would and yeah, oh yeah,
And
one-
and he's like, I'm not talking about one plane. I'm talking about 80 over 3 airlines.
Fleets of planes.
Yeah.
Well, no, and then it was also like the they Boeing basically marketed this plane like, oh yeah, you don't have to retrain your pilots or any of this
Yeah.
stuff, right? But it had a totally different system on it. So like
Yeah.
that's how who was it? It was in a different country, right? And the two planes hit. And it was because the planes were designed to basically they could
it was
read
the
it.
Philippines, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah,
And
I
they
think it was
they
the
could
Philippines.
read each other, right? And they're like, and the plane kept trying to like go up and they were fighting it because they
Yeah.
didn't know what was happening. So they were never trained
Never
on
trained on it. Yeah.
it, and it fucked them up.
Yeah, crazy deal. Truly, all over what? The almighty dollar.
The almighty dollar, dude.
But yeah, back to that. I love the Corps has finished their study. They've deemed this a doable thing if we do these 3 things, which is knock these low heads out. You know that they've said it's going to change the general water level or whatever.
Right.
But you know when we originally let this go and turned it over to the private sector of the government, which is the Army Corps of Engineers, we were at a $7.8 million budget, and then. You know, so we're going to have to try to find those allocations elsewhere. And I did hear that the other day. It was north of 15 currently.
Yeah.
And that is a lot of money to spend in Bartholomew County on something that might be all right. I
Yeah.
think about maintenance all the time because no matter what happens with the
and you got to
load
think
head,
like
if the water gets at 15 above, you know
it's
what
going to fuck
does?
that up. It's going
It
to fuck that up.
displaces, man. It's just going to be covered in mud. It's going to be brown 9
It's
tenths
gonna,
of the year.
yeah, it's going to be fucked.
We'll clean that bitch one
and
time.
You got to think who's going to go down there and use that?
Oh, fuck.
Who?
Tourists.
The same crackheads that
The
fish
same
down there.
crackheads that fish there?
Tourists.
The same
Yeah, they're gonna
crackheads.
be like,
that-
hell yeah,
No,
this is
tourists.
badass.
Tourists.
Yeah,
What
who,
are-
come,
who- what's bringing them here, the
the 8
Eclipse?
groups of people that come look at the
This is the
architecture.
There's a
once-
document on that computer that's this entire. It's like a 200-page document of the entire riverfront plan. I studied it in depth
Yeah.
during my campaign,
Yeah.
and the money they have that this thing is supposed to generate is absurd.
How's
And I hate saying that because I'm friends with some of the people on this redevelopment committee
It's
that
going to
put together
generate
this
this
riverfront
many
project.
dollars. This many dollars.
And
Amazing Joe's will generate more dollars for us than that.
Fair.
it just
Decent steak.
it
in there.
some
steak
of
in
these
Columbus, dude.
best steak in Columbus.
Other than the one I cook.
Yeah, no, I mean, like the best steak in Columbus comes out of anybody's backyard that can play the game.
No, it depends.
But,
dude,
I've
I
had some
fucking-
pretty bad steaks.
I'm not gonna lie.
but that can play the game. That's my
that
point.
can play the game.
I'm not gonna lie. Thanks to your tutelage, I
gotta figure it
fucking
out.
rocked some. Now I bought New York strips because I didn't want to fuck up fillets.
So listen to me.
Ribeyes.
I
bro.
went. Yeah,
a
ribeye's my
filet
favorite.
guy.
Ribeye's my favorite cut, dude. But so I went to Sam's. I'm catering a party this weekend.
Yeah.
I went to Sam's and I bought an entire strip loin, right? Whole fucking strip.
Whole
So
loin.
that's that. I mean, that's whatever. 14 New York strip steaks, right?
Yeah.
That's 14 1-pound New York strip steaks. So
Yeah.
I could probably cut fucking 20
if you wanted
good
to.
steaks.
Half
Yeah.
inch
Yeah.
steaks out of
Yeah,
it.
yeah. But I bought a whole strip loin, and like that's when I do meat. That's what I go to Sam's Club and I buy the fucking primal
It's
cut.
the only way to go.
I buy the primal cut and I cut what I want off of it, right?
Right.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
my next thing I buy there, I'm gonna buy a whole short loin and I'm gonna cut me about a fucking 3-inch porterhouse out of it that weighs about 5 fucking pounds.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna open fire, cook that bitch, and feed like 4
We're
people.
gonna have
with it.
to keep this thing banging because a big part of this house that I built is that I'm gonna have a fully operational butcher shop and not for commercial use or for financial gain, but
like for you.
but because I want to be able to process my own meat.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've always I grew up working for mostly cervidae, so mostly deer, split hood animals.
Yeah.
But through that, I've learned, and I'm not a beef side or a whole is still something that I would have to get a book out on to 100% get the cuts right on. But like a pig or a deer or
Yeah.
like I just did 3 pigs last weekend and I could live doing that because the bone-in pork chops that I ripped out of one of these pigs, I took home. We cut 3 pigs. My uncle decided to donate these 3 pigs to all of friends and family. Hey, you guys come over and help me cut these up. You leave with the meat. I'm cool with it. These 3 pigs are just at butcher weight. They need to get out of here. So I ended up taking a half rack of ribs that I had cut myself and some bone-ins that I cut myself. And I kid you not, that's a different pork.
Yeah.
You're not buying that pork anywhere in the store.
No.
It's never going to be the case. It's the
so-
same with beef.
One of my buddies raises. So like I get most of my meat from like my buddies that farm it, right?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
like I get a lamb from one of my buddies, and
Yeah.
then I got a half of a Berkshire hog coming.
Oh,
So
dude.
Berkshire is a fucking that's a breed right there,
Yeah,
dude.
Berks and Durocs. Those are the 2 that you get a lot more of that, like a Birico style pork.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of fat through the meat.
Yep.
That's
So
a fun deal.
He sent me pictures, dude. Like these fucking pork chops look like steaks, right?
Yeah.
Like a beef steak. Like
Yeah.
they have intermuscular, like they're
Intermuscular fat.
They're
That's a
fucking
big thing.
beautiful, dude. They're
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, in
But
South
it's-
America, it's what's called a Birico,
Yeah.
right?
Well, and like
and-
a Birico pigs, they eat acorns, right? Like they feed.
acorn's a big part of it,
Yeah.
and cracked corn.
Yeah. So they feed that, and then the grain finish is what gives
It's a
them all that
grain finish,
intermuscular,
right?
yeah.
But we can do that to domesticated Yorks
Uh-huh.
and things like that here. So like you can have a domesticated pig that you raise all the way from its piglets. It's just been teeth clipped and its tail's cut, and you're going to run that thing all the way through like a show circuit or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. You're going to get it to a point where somebody's going to say, I will pay $15,000 for that hog, right?
Yeah.
Because that meat right there has to be prime based on the way that pig looks and finishes.
Yeah.
And then you get that pork out of it, and it's just like, oh,
Best shit you ever had in your
well,
life.
it's out of control.
So
And
I'm
then-
supposed
and-
to be getting some Mangalista. You ever seen that?
Oh my god,
Mangalista is the Wagyu of pork, right?
it's a Wagyu of
It's
pork.
it's like the Japanese A5 Wagyu of pork. It's like it's a red meat. It's not even. It doesn't even look white.
No.
They
Very-
grow them out so long.
very-
It's a
it's
Hungarian
pink.
breed.
It's pink. It's hard pink.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hungarian breed. A woolly pig. They got hair all over them, right? But
It's a Russian derivative boar. Yeah.
yeah,
So
they had
the cool thing about those Mangalistas is that they like every generation or so they'll roll wild pigs back into the pen to keep the breeding going
oh hell yeah.
with their domestic sows, and that to me
Really gets in there and gives them a good right rogering.
yeah, good right Roger. Good right Roger. Well, the difference between a wild pig and a domesticated pig is that domesticated pig's feeding what you give it. That wild pig's going to root. He's going to forage. He's
Well,
finding
and like
and he's eating
people don't
whatever he
realize,
gets a hold
like
of.
pigs will go feral after one generation, right? You let a
Dude,
tame pig out
2
and
weeks.
Yeah.
Studies have shown that
Yeah.
if you turn out, think about the most,
tame ass pig.
hairless, pink, white Yorkshire pig you've ever seen.
You
at
turn
the
it
county
out, it's
fair.
got tusks in it.
You
It's-
turn in
yep.
2 fucking weeks, he will grow tusks
Really?
on his own by his own device. His hair will double to triple in thickness. It
So-
will go into a nature that says, I no longer have to do this
So
feed
they're-
trough thing.
They're
or
wild
roll.
pigs. There's wild pigs around here, right by Bill Coates' house, right?
Oh, yeah.
They've been having to go shoot them because pigs are fucking nasty things, dude. Like, not that they're nasty, but they're nasty for the crops, right? Like,
Yeah.
pigs will fucking
Well, they
root
root.
up a whole
They
field
root.
in the middle of the night, dude.
And what do? We row crop, right?
Yep, and they'll just walk straight
they
down the
will
road and
literally
eat the whole
just catch
fucking
the
thing.
row that's man-made, dive their nose 3 inches into that soft soil that we've cultivated.
Straight
Push,
down the
dude.
fucking down the whole row.
It's been shown that one run of pigs in a single night, so that includes somewhere between 2 to 3 breeding males and 6 to 8 sows and piglets. Piglets aren't doing the damage. One run in a single night can be up to an acre of devastation per hour in a night.
That's a lot of
crazy.
fucking. That's a lot.
Jesus.
That's
Well,
insane.
People
dude.
like that's why like you see videos of them hunting from helicopters and shit, right? People
Yeah,
think
well,
people
it's-
are
where
like,
it's
oh
out of
my god, that's
control.
so bad, right? It's like, okay, I get it. If you're vegan, they're eating your food, right? You're not
Yeah.
gonna have any food left
Yeah.
if they keep eating
if
it.
they keep going.
And that's I eat double the meat just so a vegan gets canceled out there.
Oh yes, at least one
Yeah,
at
dude.
per go.
That's why I get a double cheeseburger instead of a single,
every
dude.
time. Every
Fuck 'em.
time.
But yeah, dude, pigs, they're and they breed like fucking rabbits, dude. Like
really do.
boom, 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 at
they
babies
really do.
every fucking where.
They really do. Well, and it's their gestational period's short, and unlike other animals that take time after a brood,
Oh, they're right fucking on.
yeah,
it, dude.
it's like, okay, let's spit piglets out, and then I'm back in heat. They can
Yeah.
have up to 12 piglet litters a year.
yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
crazy.
Out with the old- out with the old, in with the new.
They were meant to populate, truly,
Dude,
ultimate fashion.
I'm in the process of building a giant ass offset smoker, like on a trailer, big propane tank smoker.
Yeah.
When I do that, we need to
Oh man.
have a christening at the
I
new
just-
casa.
Oh, gotta come out. You guys gotta come out. Period. I got basketball court. I got an Ohio State basketball court painted in the barn.
Really?
Oh, yeah,
Oh
dude.
yeah, absolutely. I made this place to entertain. I want to have. I got a fucking 60 by 60 pole barn with 16-foot ceilings. What else you do with that thing? Butcher
Right.
shop, basketball court, a little bit
Yeah.
of storage.
Hell yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
So,
dude, I'm getting this smoker. I'm going to pick the trailer up. My mom's got it at her house. I need to go get the trailer and then go get the tank and then fucking mount them together and cut some doors and
That's phenomenal.
weld it all up.
That's
I'm gonna have a
phenomenal.
whole barbecue trailer,
It's
dude.
kind of like your calling, man. Every time I talk,
I'm just
to
having
you,
that for friends' parties. Like I'm literally building it for friends'
but
parties.
eventually, right? You got to get into that all the way.
I want to do competitions, dude. Like and not for any specific reason, just 'cause I think it'll be fun.
So you get your trailer, you run competitions, and then you have an auxiliary box truck you run food out of, and that's your 9 to 5 is the food rig.
Dude, my 9 to 5's too easy though. I can't.
Yeah, but fuck easy.
Yeah, you're right. But I can do both though.
Yeah, you probably could.
I can do both. Dude.
Probably could.
I mean, food. Yeah, there's a lot of prep work in there, but like, I mean, I could do food 2 days a week and make what I make 5
Oh,
days
yeah.
a week.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if I can just make what I make 5 days a week and then make the same thing 2 days a week, dude, fuck it.
Why not? Yeah, that's a good call.
And I feel like if I did food 24/7, I'd get kind of bored of it, right? I would.
I don't know. I feel like you're passionate about it.
I am, but I think I still feel like it'd get boring.
Yeah, maybe.
Like when it's a job, right?
I have these. My own
right now for me, it's a hobby.
I said that about DJ, and I don't know, apples and oranges, but DJ
Same
weddings.
thing.
Sarah
Same
asked me all the
thing, yeah.
time. She's like, "Why don't you DJ full time?" And I'm like, "I would hate it. I would
I
hate
don't know,
it."
man.
Yeah.
When I think about Sean
But, yeah.
Burton, and even prior to the podcast, knowing you for the years that I spent in Ziggy's just being your bud and listening to you talk, I always thought, God, it's Bob and Tom, right? It's Opie and Anthony. It's that old school.
Right.
Sean was born for this,
Oh man.
so I don't think that you would get to a point where it bugged you out. Like I think you could do this.
I will
right
tell
here
you. Oh,
every
this right here.
fucking day.
This right here.
Well, but DJ is a DJ is a DJ, right?
I
Not even
wish-
the
I
entertainment service
wish
part of
that
it.
I have, in the 4+ years of doing this,
Mhm.
I have still not yet found a way to make a substantial income. I've
Sure.
found a way to make a small income.
Sure, to keep it
But I
moving.
don't, going back to what I was talking about
Yeah.
earlier, there's just so much. I've got to work my job. I've got responsibilities
Yeah.
at home. I've got all this that I just
Absolutely.
want to make happen, but there's just no time for it.
Right. So say that.
But it's like, how do I like, I kind of hope Ziggy fires me
Oh God.
so that
Dude,
so
there-
that it'll
forced into
create
doing
all
something.
this forced,
that
it
something.
will
You know
force
where-
me to do something.
You know where my mentality comes from mostly? listening to a lot of Kenny Chesney and Jimmy Buffett, dude. Because those guys just hang out on a fucking beach all day, and they just take life one fucking wave at a time.
And somehow both have been very financially sound throughout.
Well, they're both
their
very
career, right?
talented.
Both of them, yeah.
Agreed. Is Jimmy Buffett talented?
I think so.
Could he
Dude,
sing?
He can make a cheeseburger from fucking hell, dude.
Well, in Paradise.
Paradise.
He makes it from Paradise.
Yeah.
He has
CB
done. He has created
CB and the
something.
P.
He has created
A
something
mentality, a thought.
that a lot of people have latched onto.
He's like a dress for the party you want to be at, not the party you're at kind of thing, right?
Yeah, it's fair, man.
Like
I think, when we talk about early goals and doing this, what I would love is if we did this as a morning show
yeah.
on a local radio
Well, that's
station.
kind of where I was heading.
If
with
we
that.
did this as a morning show on a local radio station. Now that's a pipe dream because Tyler's obviously got other stuff going on. Like we do this when we can on
Absolutely.
on our time that we've set aside to
but
do
even
it.
if it's not just Tyler, right? Tyler's got other shit going on. Tyler has ambitions. Tyler has, his love for
He does.
for food. He has a 9 to 5. He has a beautiful family, right?
Oh yeah.
But and Sean B has these same things, different loves, different responsibilities.
Right.
But if your 5 a.m. to noon was getting up and whatever radio station that's local here, and you are the DJ there, because
Doing this
one
morning show.
thing that Bartholomew County has never had is anything but you're listening to
Right. I'm
and,
telling you.
and that's
I'm telling you. I've told this
I
forever.
would
I've
rather-
applied. I've applied for this. I have told QMix several times,
sure.
let me do your morning show.
Let me try.
Let me do your morning show. And it's all back to like, well, we've got to do an air check and make sure,
Sure.
blah, 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 and it's just like, fuck that.
Fuck all that.
Like, yeah, I understand you want traditional, and I know a lot of the people that are on the wake up crew and all this, and
Yeah.
and I love them and respect all of them.
Yeah,
they all
yeah.
do.
Not
They're
bad
all
people.
talented people.
Talented, not bad people.
Very
Yeah.
talented people. I just have always thought that I was capable of that.
Oh, more than.
I have
believe
always thought. I listen to these people, like, it doesn't happen so much anymore, but like these syndicated radio hosts that are broadcasting from a place like this, but it's a nationally syndicated show.
that. Right.
And they tell stories or they do shit like what we're doing.
Yeah.
Like, why
They bullshit.
is that so far? And it feels like it's so far out of reach for me that I have to sit in here and create it for myself.
That is.
And what I've
probably
learned
the
is-
coolest part of that though is that you did.
I tried. I mean, that's fine. But trust me, let's not let what that guy did get lost on anybody. Without that guy, none of this happens.
Sure.
I didn't do any of this shit until that guy was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm in."
Yeah, let's go.
You know,
need to
and
like
he'll sit and he'll
couple
sit over there and
months, right?
he'll tell you that I do all the work.
He does.
But
I just show up and talk.
this doesn't happen if that guy doesn't hop in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to find that like
As a sort of
personality
motivation though, period.
in
right?
somebody else. So now it's a trust thing, right? Right? Everybody's like, well, you got to do this show and you got to find somebody to do this show with. I'm not going to find that again.
No, you won't.
So it'd just be like starting from square one.
Yeah, but there's no world where Tyler doesn't pop in once a week, and then the guests that you've had recurring,
Right.
you know,
I think about
Grant Miracle
everything
doesn't
we're
pop
talking
in.
about right now. I think about
he's
every
like, yeah, so
every
Brent
day of my
Miracle shows
life.
up.
yeah.
Every time I'm at my
Well,
job
I see it in you, man,
and I'm hating my job.
I see it in you, and I hate that you hate your job because of how beloved you are at that place. But that's
It's-
that's not for me.
it's
That's
20 years
I know, but that's not for me to say, right? Like
And-
mine is a personal bias.
and my feet hurt.
Oh God, I can't imagine, dude. Just running around that joint. And there's days in there where I'm like, "Fuck, Sean is getting ragged right now."
Oh yeah, dude.
And
Right.
and obviously,
And at 25,
oh,
it was a breeze.
not a problem.
It was a fucking breeze.
Oh, it's the compound.
At 42,
Yeah, it's the
It's
compound.
tough. it's tough.
Yeah, it's it sucks because that's a personal bias thing for me. And you and I had those
Sure.
conversations a few weeks back, right? Where it's like, Sean,
Oh, when a lot of people at the bar thought I was going to get that job
right?
with the liquor distributor, they were sad. People were sad.
I couldn't hardly
And it-
talk to you. I couldn't
And
even look at you in the
it makes me
eyes.
feel good.
Yeah.
I appreciate being
Yeah.
because that's all I've ever
Well,
wanted to do.
for me, it wasn't even so much the association with Ziggy's if you weren't there, right? Because I
Right.
love Ziggy's. I love Mark. I love Nate. I
Sure.
love those fucking guys. I will forever, right? They're a big part of that. But a big part of Ziggy's for me was being a certain aged guy
Right.
And I won't mention what age that was when I started frequenting that joint, but a certain age guy.
I know the answer, by the way.
And a Sean fucking B
Yeah.
who was a big part of my adolescence, right?
Yeah.
Whether my
It's
adolescence is
all-
26 or 18.
all I've
Not
ever
in
wanted
my
to do
adolescence.
inside those walls, and I say this to people all the time. What drives me inside those walls is
Yeah.
every person that walks in that door deserves an experience.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Every person deserves to think Ziggy's and think of how great their experience was. And I don't give it to everybody. I can't give it to
Sure. No,
everybody.
you can't,
I fuck
dude.
up.
You can't.
I fuck up.
Well, you get in your own mind, or you get in your own mindset, right?
But
like that's why I can't
As
imagine
many
never
people
being.
as I can provide
in that
that
situation.
that experience, they won't forget.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I so many people come in. Listen, I got like 24-year-old girls that come
Yeah.
in and they're like, "Hey, man, you were my first bartender ever. You're
Yeah.
my fucking favorite."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't
We had our
fucking
first
know who you
bartender
are.
at 24.
I don't know who you are.
You're mine.
Well, no. Like they remember.
Oh, from when
Like
they
they're,
turned-
I'm just
yeah,
saying
yeah.
they're young, but they remember it. And like people that are half my age
Yeah.
are like, "You're my favorite fucking bartender."
Yeah.
And I'm like, how is that even possible? But thank you. I'm glad that whatever I did in that moment gave you that lasting impression, because that's my goal in all of this.
Yeah. Well, it's kept me going into Ziggy's for 17, 18 years now.
And knowing that makes me wish I loved it.
Truly.
more
And that's
still.
why it was a big thing for me. And that's why I was telling Tyler early on. It's like I didn't ever beat Sean up about getting on this podcast, but I was there enough to say, doing that podcast,
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
doing that podcast, buddy.
To me, it still surprises me when people reach out and they say, "I want to be on the podcast." And part of me is like, "Really?
Yeah.
All right, fuck
Oh
it.
man,
I
for
will
me
be.
it was
Fuck
like,
it."
for me it was a goal. I'd seen it too many times where
All right, you've had to pee twice. We've been doing this way too long.
yeah, we're there. It's 10:30 at night.
I'm like, I drank all those beers in that fucking Gatorade.
I can appreciate the liquid intake.
It's like a 90-year-old man.
No,
Doing
it's
pretty good.
It's been good. It's been good. It's been great to have known you for as long as I have. Be able to have all of that culminate into coming here and having a personal relationship with you. That's
Yeah,
a
it's
beautiful
great.
thing for me, truly.
Great. You're a great dude.
Thank you, sir. You as
And
well.
and my earliest memory of you is covert operations.
Oh man, dude,
know?
covert operations. That
Covert
was,
operations.
That was. I still tell people that story without a lot of context.
Don't mention
often.
names when you tell a
And
story.
that's where the context leaves the story, right? Is names. And my God, man, one of the best of my life, best and worst. That whole night for me, and that's that whole other perspective. You guys had what your mission was and what you were on that night.
Oh God.
And then there's this whole. It's almost like one of those ensemble Valentine's Day movies.
It's
where there's
wild, man.
40 people, right?
And there's all these subplots that
these
all come
subplots,
together in
and
one
they
spot.
culminated right,
Right.
there. Yeah, and that's my appreciation though. You, Mark, and Nate, you guys took me in when I was just a wee of age.
We didn't know how old you were, or we wouldn't have taken you in.
A wee of age young man.
I mean, we eventually would have taken you in, but not maybe in that moment.
No, probably not. Beautiful though. My history in Columbus is rooted in truly in Ziggy's as
Yeah.
as an adult. So,
It's I always tell people it's less of just it's not just a bar. That's a fraternity and
Yeah.
an institution of
it
people
is. It's cheers, man.
that choose to be
It's
there.
It's cheers. It's cheers.
They all fucking know each other,
It's cheers.
Yeah.
and it's
I
just
can't- fuck,
it's what we
dude.
do.
I'll be there on a Friday and walk up to the bar rail to say bye to Sean or say, Nate, get out of here, whatever. And when I'm up there, there's 5 guys at the rail that
Yeah.
are like, hey, man, how you doing? And it's just like,
yeah.
fuck, man, it's been these same dudes, and I love it. And,
That's-
and it hasn't. That rolls, but
I don't get out. I don't get in there as much as I used to, right? But like every time I go in there, same thing. It's like,
What'd you do? Have a kid?
yeah, it takes me fucking 30 minutes to leave, right?
oh yeah.
Because it's like everybody's talking, and I don't see him very
I
much.
don't know what
anymore.
you do on Fridays, man, but you got to slide through when I'm there.
When do you go?
I
there?
am
Lunchtime.
every Friday at 11 a.m. I am sitting at
I'm pretty
Ziggy's.
open.
Come,
I mean, I
get
work,
it-
but I
get in
mean,
there
I
and-
can
get in there and sit with me, man.
I can do lunch.
Get in there and sit with me.
Every Friday at 11.
I can do lunch.
Yeah,
do you
every
like
Friday
go?
at
You
11.
like go with like all your?
Yeah, I got some boys, but you'll like all those guys.
Oh yeah,
There's a
yeah,
couple
I
of them
can,
that
I
are
can
fucks,
sign.
but
I can sign in.
yeah, come in. Come see us. We have a good time, man.
I don't. I
We
mean,
enjoy it.
yeah.
And Sean's
pretty-
usually there, and guess what? Every day,
Pretty
smiling,
flexible.
smiling when he comes to my fucking table.
Right.
So
Well, it's 11 a.m. I'm not limping yet.
Yeah,
Not
dude.
quite.
If they come in every day at 3:30 in the afternoon, I'm fucking limping by then, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
I try not
this
to
is gonna be a
get
different
fucking-
experience.
I try not
got
to be there
fucking
for that
ragged on.
because my love of Sean's gonna make me cradle him.
Right.
I'm gonna be like, dude, can I carry you around?
Yeah,
here?
dude, hey, put them feet up on a chair,
Yeah,
bro.
let me help
Right.
you, dude. Let me rub them dogs out. So
That's probably
My wife gives me so much shit for wearing slippers out, but I'm like, my
yeah, you don't know. I
fucking
don't want to
feet
put these
hurt.
fucking shoes
Ah.
on, man.
Dude,
All right,
Yeah,
dude, you know what shoes I'm gonna buy?
what?
Fuck Crocs, dude.
Oh,
Me
yeah,
too.
I rep the Crocs.
So I've never owned a pair,
Oh, really?
but we went to
I would have not guessed that about you.
yeah, and I don't know how I've never owned a pair, right?
If
But
somebody would have walked up to me cold tomorrow on the street, face I didn't recognize, and said, "Tyler, me Crocs or not," and I would have said 4 or 5 pairs.
no, dude, yeah. So like I don't know how I haven't, but I went to the Croc store because Maddie's daughter Avery, it was her 5th birthday, I think, 5th birthday. And we went and got her some Croc charms, right? The outlet mall,
Oh,
at the
yeah,
Croc
those are
store.
fun.
Yeah. So like, I mean, we got her whatever. We got her Croc charms, and I don't know what Allie bought her. I wasn't part of the shopping. Allie took care of it all. But that was the last thing we did was go there. And I'm like looking at these Crocs, dude. I'm like, they got a Croc for every fucking occasion, dude.
All of them.
Like they have like the Crocs with like the utility top. Like they're almost like fucking.
Is that a Jackhawk 9000 on the
Yeah,
side of that Croc?
yeah, dude.
I saw a pair of Crocs that was molded in a tuxedo fashion. At one
Yeah.
time.
Do they have snow plows for the front, truck nuts for the back, dude?
Yeah, dude, it's
Oh,
unreal.
my God.
Yeah.
I lit my feet on fire going to the beach the other day when we were in Florida.
Yeah, Florida.
And I was
Well,
like, I
right.
don't like the look of my feet, so I don't do flip flops.
Gotcha.
But I'm walking barefoot through the sand, and I'm like, this is absolute hell.
Hot.
Well, between hot, we were on the Atlantic at Cocoa Beach, so everything was cutting through my feet like razors
Yeah,
because the
razor
sand's
blades.
different. And I was like, all right, I'm doing it. My wife loves Crocs. She's like, you're stupid because you don't own
Bless
them.
her heart.
And now I'm about to own some.
Yeah, get you something. Boy.
Next time I'm going anywhere near a beach, I'll be like, all right.
Dude, I'm
Yeah,
just
it
getting. I'm
makes-
gonna get
this
some
makes
just to
too
wear,
much
like
sense.
just to wear around here, right? Like I'll wear them around the house. I'll wear them like when I go golfing. I'll wear them and then put my golf shoes on. Like
Yeah.
I just gave Larry Long so much shit for so many years.
see,
About
I
his
never gave
Crocs.
anyone shit, dude. I mean, I'm looking forward to locking them bitches in 4 low and taking them off road, dude.
He said, "What are you doing over here, sir?" And he said,
Getting a
"Locking
run
that-
in.
locking this transfer case in the
Locking
4
this
low."
transfer
getting a
case
run
in,
in.
dude. No, yeah, dude, I went in the Croc store and they had a thing that said Croc Shine on it, dude. Keep your Crocs fucking clean and shiny.
What is the chemical compound of a Croc? It's some kind of foam.
The kids,
plastic, rubber.
my
I don't know,
kid,
dude.
my daughter and her cousins,
That's the secret.
2
Don't put it in the
nephews,
ocean.
they all have little Croc charms.
Yeah.
They've slammed Harry Potter figurines into
Yeah.
their Crocs, and it's a big deal.
You don't even slam in there, dude. They make a charm for anything.
That's what I mean. Like,
I'm sure you could find Croc charms that you'll like.
I'm not getting Croc charms.
No, you're gonna get some.
Sean,
I'm not.
if you,
No,
if-
you're gonna get some Croc charms.
Oh, Sean.
No, I'm not.
No, but you don't
Okay.
understand. Like you don't understand.
Knowing
I'm gonna buy you a
this-
Croc charm. Are you not
Yeah.
gonna wear the Croc charm that I buy you?
Probably not.
Is it not good enough?
Probably
Sean.
not. It's probably good enough.
Sean, if you roll up
Where-
to me and say, "Hey, Brant, what do you have today at Ziggy's on any given Friday?" and I just unsheath from my pocket a little handful of trinkets for you,
Yeah, trinkets.
and
dude?
those turn out to be.
You're
Croc
not gonna
charms.
accept the
What if
trinkets.
they're what if from Tyler or myself? What if they're very unique to your personality?
What if it's a Cubs charm?
What if it is that thing that your wife put her just unique physique on? That is wonderful.
I love
Well,
it.
if
It's
we make a
it's
Croc
that
charm on
size. It's that exact thing. That size. You got to wear that on your foot.
Let's go.
Croc charm, dude. I'm telling you, dude.
I
they
do
make a
fucking
charm-
love her.
They make a charm for every occasion.
I've been trying to get my wife to do that
Yeah.
since I walked in here
it was a-
70,
it was a-
72 years ago.
It was a TikTok trend when Sarah and I were first started dating. And she was like, she gave it to me. She was like, I hope you don't think this is stupid, but here's what we did. Here's the video we made. Like, and I'm like, and that, oh, I don't hate that at all.
Yeah, I sat on the other side of that table the very first time I ever sat down in this studio.
Yeah.
And I looked at that and I was
My
like,
brother-
Sean, what's that?
My brother
Like, hey, dude,
James
my wife made me that. I went
made
home and told.
My sister-in-law won. So my brother James.
He did one himself?
So, yeah.
Is that the new trend?
No,
Fuck
no.
around. I'm
So when
down.
when everyone's doing this, right? So
Here,
he
can I
did
leave
one-
my balls on
He
it?
did one. Him and my nephew. So they did one on the same thing, right, for Mother's Day. And my brother took 2 grapes and dipped them in paint and like put them on there,
my
dude.
God.
Yeah,
next
like
next
yeah.
week on Mind Snacks Art Project.
Art project.
project,
Let's
yeah.
go.
Yeah, you go to like lay me down, you just see like big old fucking. It's like, Tyler, why does your ass look like an M80 went off in it? Like, and why did it transfer paint like that?
Fuck you guys, all right?
Yeah,
Ron-
Jesus Christ,
Rhonda-
dude, come
Why you
on.
judge me? In your
They don't all look like that.
Rhonda says they have headlights and speakers charms for Crocs.
See, dude, I'm gonna get snow plows and fucking.
I bet there's a
Truck nuts?
real nice set of headphones, a little Croc charm.
Dude, I bet
Throw on
they.
that bad
You know,
boy.
you know what they make? Spurs, dude. Croc spurs.
Yeah, they do make Croc spurs.
You
make
know
an
I'm gonna be
insert.
rocking them things, dude.
They make an insert too for the top of the Croc.
What does that say? What does that say in that song? Too close. You're making it hard for me.
Never heard it, dude. Never heard that in my life before.
Yes, you have.
Yeah,
All right, we got to get out of here.
yeah.
Time to go. You guys got anything you want to say before we leave?
No, I don't think so. Everyone have a good week. The rest of the week, have a good weekend.
I'll have a good week, but if I do, it'll be because I wanted to, and not
Because I
because you
want
told
to,
me
'cause
to.
That's fair, dude. As long as you have one, that's fair, dude. I'm gonna leave now, not because you told me to, because I'm ready.
Hey guys, I appreciate you having me back. Thank you.
Anytime, dude. It's always good to have you on the show.
That part was over.
So,
Oh, he shut it off already?
hey,
Wow.